I'm Jorvin, the Titan Steel Paladins. I take it you all are still on the hunt for your kaiju, then? There are many different kinds, especially with more of them stirring up from Upsilon's ascension. His are particularly odd.
What makes Upsilon's odd?
Judging by the looks of it, I bet that one has a pretty good idea. And he points at Akama.
I don't suppose you have any tips that you're willing to share about the kaiju.
You have to be ready to sacrifice if you're going to win. Victory comes at a cost. Choose what you're willing to lose.
Upsilon was a fucking monster who killed everyone he could get his hands on. If you've got the same power, do you have the same temptation?
I don't think that's fair. All you see me do is help people.
I have seen you help people. It doesn't mean that I'm not afraid that you wouldn't use it to hurt them as well.
As you begin to pull out the bow and inspect it, you hear a voice. I haven't interacted with someone from Viloma in quite some time. This twisted edifice in your hand is a testament to my will. An image flashes into your head. Upsilon. But this bow doesn't belong to you. Yet. I thought this twisted to be vanquished, but I can sense him on the very vessel that you are on. You know that the followers of Upsilon call themselves the Twisted. So, I think a choice befalls you in your path. You could claim this bow to be your own and kill the Twisted. Or you could return the bow and let him leave. You know you would have the option to destroy this bow, but those words do not leave Upsilon's mouth.
Nah, snap that joint over my leg, son.
Okay. There was a part of me that always believed some of the rumors of your people, but when I saw you jump into the waters for the Andrews, it really spoke to me. I just wanted to say that I trust you. I trust you, and I trust Healith. I trust Mina. And I guess my question to you, Thala, is, can I trust Akama? I gotta say, we're really happy to be back and safe, but, and they, present their arms to you. They're sunburnt beyond what you would expect. As you look at them more, they're withered a little bit. They're paler. We've been eating, we've been trying to sleep, but it's like nothing makes a difference. Healith, you eat your food, you drink your water, and you're like, all right, I'll just get into bed. Right as you kind of start to get comfy, you're like, I'm still hungry. Mm-hmm. They both present one of their arms to you, and you see a wound where it looks like a syringe was hitting them. As you open the room, Healith is in like a dead sleep. As you're standing there looking at him, his pale complexion is returning to a more warm and lively look as he stretches. He stretches out. One of the spiders is on his arm, very visibly sucking, like biting him.
Why is there a spider biting you?
You would note that where the spider was biting is exactly where he was poked by the Vrykor.
We're going to try something. I go over to the spiders and pick one spider up. I don't know why the spiders were sucking on my blood. Right now I feel pretty great. We can try it with you. But I think you might feel better. But we also have to check on Akama. I think he got hit too.
You knock on his door and his door opens. He is not in his room. As you made your decision, you know where the Twisted is. Almost as if now designed to know. You quickly move into the lower deck. You scan over the group until you see one. You immediately know this is the Twisted. As she sees you look at her, she begins to try to look for a way to escape, but there is none. You pull out a simple knife, you grab her shoulder, and you begin to just stab into her. You can tell without her bow, without whatever gave her her twisted might, she's just a person. You end her life. And using your own magic and some of the light of Thespis, you break the bow. All of you hear this. Akama comes up carrying a woman over his shoulders.
What?
What are you doing?
As he comes up, he's just like, he cleans a knife off on his leg. This woman is not who we thought she was. The demonic bow that I picked up before, it was tied to Upsilon. You yourself already talked about all the devastation that Upsilon caused, so you already know what she would have done if she got the bow.
As you drop the body into the ocean, the body bobs through.
Oh, fuck.
An entire vessel has plunged out from underneath the water and just immediately launched a full broadside. You see at the front of the ship, like holding on to like the bow, is none other than Brelix. Fishy.
Why?
I'm gonna take shots at Relix. I'm gonna shoot this my bow.
The arrow sinks deep into his chest, and he lets out like a as he continues running. We're force actioning at the last of the bards.
The bard.
As it hits and the last bard dies, Brelix looks back and he's like, No! It took so long to... The seas, as Brelix's ship goes under and the blood disappears, calms. And the sun comes out. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. The party stares out into the water because you are being stared at. And it is approaching rapidly. It is very clearly going to ram your vessel. The blood and storm of Brelix has brought you the very thing that you needed.
I'm going to attempt to get on top of the creature and start hacking at its neck with my polearm.
The creature notably is like...
I'm gonna create with magic, a very long, barbed, like, root, which I'm gonna use almost like a noose to wrap around its neck and squeeze.
The head is able to be lopped off, and a deep breath is taken as the party has secured their kaiju kill.
Battle the legends of old. Tournament of gold. Tournament of gold. From Steel Star to the Twilight Veil, Golden City to Evervale. We fight the fear, the fist, the bow in the tournament of. Don't fight when can't give up. The time is near. The fight is here. This is one wish. You have to win the tournament of gold. Tournament of gold. Tournament of gold.
I'm Jorvin, the Titan Steel Pal. Welcome back to Cinematic Epic. I am your game master, Adam, and we are gonna have some fun because this is the Tournament of Gold. I love it. I geek out every time. At some point, I'm sure our director Derek is gonna record me and just release nothing but my silliness during our opener. But welcome to Cinematic Epic, where we are a TTRPG where you are always welcome to try. That's right. No matter what the situation is, you always have agency. There's a couple of ways we like to tell our story. The ways we like to tell it are the story that I weave, the narratives, the NPCs that I bring about, the interactions from the players, how they decide to go about chasing their quests in the world, and then most importantly, perhaps, are the dice. every 20, and more importantly, every 1. One of the other ways that we help set the mood is with tabletop audio. Tabletop audio is a wonderful asset for your music and your atmosphere, whether you're playing online like us or at a table at home. Check it out. It's fantastic. It really just helps bring that extra element to it. There was a lot that happened in that last session. We have talks of vampirism. We're dealing with Brelix and his love of fishy. And a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, there are a bunch of things that need to be discussed by this party. You know, can we trust Akama? He's very shifty. You know, he's sitting here like, oh, what do you mean? Why do I gotta know him? And then he goes off and he talks to, Upsilon. It's craziness. So, but the only way we can start the Inquisition into Akama and our session is to bring in our party. But sadly, we are missing one member. But it's okay! It's okay. All of the extra weight will just be put on Healith.
It's like Tavish all over again.
Yeah.
But
There's just a high enough, though.
to start us off, we have none other than Thala.
Yes, we do. No. Hey, y'all. My name's Alicia. I'll be playing Thala. No, she is... I always forget this. Adventurer Gallivanter. No, Naridari from City of Lunar Port. She stands at 6 feet tall, covered in blue-green hardened scales, and she has webbed hands and feet. Okay. After saving the Andrews, killing the kaiju, I think we're just happy that what seems like was the worst danger is behind us, and we're going to be on dry land for a little bit. Don't know how well it's going to go, but hopefully better than we think, because it's Adam.
Very fair, very fair. One of the characters that's up next is one that I'm going to have to do a little playing of this session, and that is Mina Graves. Mina Graves is a very tall kitten. She is out to avenge her people. She wants she wants a little stability, and she wants to keep the Andrews safe. That's like the big goal. I'm pretty sure that was in bold caps, highlighted in the messages. But in the natural way I like to play other characters, I'm gonna have some fun with them. But of course, up next is Healith.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ian, and I will be playing Healith tonight. Healith is a human from Norlock. He is a guardian Cerberus. He stands at about 6'3", is what I have here. I don't know if I've been saying that every night, so I apologize if I haven't. He's tall, he's lanky, and he is really nervous. After making it through the last fight with the kaiju, he's also nervous about how his own life is being shaped. He's worried about how the vampires from back at Midway have spread their vampirism to him. So he's a little nervous. He's trying to find the right way to move forward. And how does he move forward?
How to survive.
Hey, look, he gets by with a little help from his spiders. It's not the most conventional means, but hey, we make do. And that's Dr. Spider to you, actually. Up next, though, is Akama.
Let me put that in my notes. Dr. Spider.
Oh. I'm James, and tonight I'm playing Akama. He's a Stygian Pioneer hybrid. Stygian Pioneer Harbinger.
We lost your audio there.
Oh no. Come back.
He's 5'8" with bright green eyes, and he has markings that are reminiscent of tattoos that run from his right hand up to his face, and he wears a half face mask. He is feeling a bit under pressure, after saving us all from that lady, and then doing the right thing and not taking this man's power and saving us from disaster, and then immediately people question and pressing him. He's feeling pressured, you know. So he's feeling pressured. So we'll see how it goes, you know.
Because that was questionable.
Exactly. He's just over here slicing into his palm like,
Yes, use my blood magic. Why does no one trust me? Ah.
Let me
Yeah,
go
that don't sound like
downstairs and
that.
stab a lady with my knife and then drag her body up and be like, hey, I know you just caught me after I murdered somebody.
But she,
I was coming to
she
tell
But I
needed
need
to
you
die.
to trust me.
about the murder. It wasn't murder. It was self-defense.
one of the things that we do need to check in on is
Preemptive
our
self-defense.
trackables. Our trackables for the session, as we've got some fun stuff coming up, so it's important to know where everyone's money is, everyone's tokens are. And we've got a fair share of tokens. Look, what I'm seeing here, though, by the fact that we haven't had too many tokens expended, means that I need to kick things up a notch. I'm clearly not challenging you as players well enough, so don't worry, your suggestions have been heard. I got you guys.
We didn't give any suggestions.
We just been rolling well.
Or he rolling poorly.
Well, maybe it's a little bit of both, but there's only one way to see how this session unfolds, and that is to start it. Here we go. As the monstrous Leviathan becomes but a glimmer in the distance, every once in a while you can see it writhe, and its sheer size will send shimmers across like the surface of the water as you see multiple vessels doing battle with it. But as you drift further and further away, you're finally able to let down your guard. You try to get back into a sense of normality as you head towards Orvatheas, but each of you find yourselves plagued by the events of Brelix. Something about that moment where he stood at the front of his ship, cackling with rage, bleeding from wounds, watching his own men die as this storm raged all around you. Each of you remember the moments a little differently, but affected nonetheless you are. We are going to roll to see if any of you are able to alleviate yourself mentally. Let's see. We're going to call this a Inspire, Persuasion, or Diplomacy check.
Ooh. Persuasion.
I guess diplomacy.
Yeah, persuasion for me too.
Perfect. And this is the past 20 is what you're ultimately aiming for, but 16 is the soft success.
Got a 2
Oh,
on my
damn. Look at that.
Is that a
Oh, that's not the real.
I think it's a 17.
I
Okay.
just made 16. Damn.
I got 18.
Here.
Yeah.
16
Mina is not doing well.
I
No.
believe that is only healeth.
Huh?
Yes. All right. No. I'm sorry. I and a comma.
That what?
That got above 17.
Above, I thought you said 16.
Oh,
You
wow.
said- You said 16.
We'll go with 16.
Line
I
back to take-
have
You said
I have 17.
above
on-
20 is the
I-
best, but 16 is the soft success, is what you said.
That does sound familiar. Now that you
That's
say
fine.
that.
We could go with that. I have 17 written down, but it's fine. Not a worry.
Get slightly
as,
less.
Well, I got 16.
Each of you, so all of you got soft successes. It's you're able to like push through it and get sleep, like during your downtime. But every time the boat rocks suddenly, every time that you hear thunder or cannons in the distance, you find yourself stirring. every once in a while you can swear you hear things like fishy fishy and mockery coming, especially the laugh, the just cackling joy over the sheer carnage of his affair. He feels like he is the antithesis of what you want to defeat. He feels like chaos. But you're able to push through. As the days go by, you start to see more and more vessels heading towards Orvatheas. And that's when the thought kind of comes creeping to each one of you. You don't know how many ships have made it to Orvatheas. Not every ship that makes it gets to continue in on these games. So you have to start a conversation starts at the on the deck of the ship. One of the crewmates brings up the point. With the condition of our ship, we should be able to make it past a lot of these vessels, but the ones that are in the front, unless we do something, we're not going to catch up to them. We could start... at this point, we've repaired some of our harpoons and ropes. We could start latching onto other vessels to increase our speed.
Are they talking-
Keyleth
wait, are we just
paces
listening or are
kind
you
of
talking to us?
nervously at
You could-
this. Healith is pacing kind of nervously at this, and he's like, I'm not certain. Do we have enough rope to reach those in the front?
How far? Exactly how far are we?
You would guess, like you can see in the distance, the like entrance to the port of like the city you're going to in the territory of Orvatheas. This city itself is also named after its country. It's a namesake city, so it is Orvatheas in Orvatheas. It's hard to judge the actual distance. But you would guess that at your current rate, there are about 10 ships that would make it in ahead of you at a minimum.
Now, I know it's a really big ship, but
I'm over here like she would want to try to see if she could like I don't know how the right word, because it's not really a propel. It's not a propeller, but like propel it like from the back, like a fucking giant ship speedboat.
Well, you're always welcome to try. And they come back to you, Healith. With the amount of rope that we have, we could start to latch on to some of the smaller nearby vessels. It will likely destroy them.
What do we all think about that? I don't. Much as I want to get there in time, I don't know if. I don't know. Wait.
A small detail catches your eyes as you continue sailing forward, and that is that the gates of the Orvathian port are not fully open. They are, in fact, beginning to close.
okay. So, look, guys, I am going to attempt to try to push us forward faster. If it's not working and not getting us fast enough, we're gonna have to do the harpoon rope thing. We might not make it.
Can I ask a question also real quick to
Sure.
Adam? How fast did that the little kaiju move, like relative to the speed we're moving on the boat right now?
Probably a little over double the speed.
I was also gonna say. Yeah. Mhm.
Do I think
That was
if I spent 4 blood, could I make something like that to pull our boat?
God. Or pull or push.
Much like the answer I gave to Thala, you're always welcome to try.
Try
I
to
think-
do what we can.
I think I can. I think I can do something too. To try to help.
Let's start with Thala's roll. So you make it to the back of the ship, and you are attempting to propel your ship faster.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see it.
She's sitting here like looking
18.
like Avatar, arm wheeling that giant.
Oh.
Ah! We
Yo,
just
arm wheeling
got
ain't doing a
here!
damn thing.
Thala
just
walks to
got
the back
here.
and starts going like water jet, and it's like
Bullshit, guys. We just got here. This is
At least
All
it
right, do you-
wasn't something lower that could cause damage to the ship.
and then we're gonna see the creature. You're gonna drop how much health for this?
I'm using 4 of my 5 health.
God
Perfect.
damn.
All right. So and what's the goal here? Where did you decide
Well-
pushing or pulling?
So what I'm thinking is, I want to go to the front of the boat, and I want to cut open my hand and like just drop the blood over the front, and have us like latch onto it, and it's gonna pull us to the.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Gonna pull
Okay.
us to victory.
So you have who do you trust to latch onto it?
Who do I trust to latch onto it? Honestly, I might as well. Well, actually, we don't. I could probably just have it. If we shoot even if they miss, I could probably have it grab the ropes and pull us, like with teeth. But I was gonna say I'm just gonna shoot it because I don't trust anybody else to aim more than mine.
Let's you know what? Since we're going for a big summon here, we're gonna roll 12 or higher is gonna let you have a vague example of what you're trying to go for. Realistically, though, you want that nat 20 because nat 20s are nice.
Is anyone close enough to see this? When like they didn't walk
yeah,
up to me?
you are in plain view. You are like walking up to the front of the ship. The only person that might not be able to see you from where you are is Thala, because she is at the opposite side of the ship.
But I mean, it's not a
I just
secret.
like anyone that's watching
anymore.
when he cuts open his hand and does this, like you get a good look and you can tell like his blood is like definitely like a shade darker than what you'd expect.
Darkness.
All right, let's see it. We want 12, but we really want a 20.
Okay.
Not bad. This
Better than
this
you.
creature comes like spewing out of the blood of his hand, and it's not nearly the size of the monster you fought. It's probably about 25% its size, but it is still quite large. Like you could comfortably stand on its back and like ride it. But it splashes down into the water, and with that roll, it's easy enough to control it, to get it rigged up and like hold ropes itself, and it begins to pull the ship. You would guess right now with this new speed that there are 8 ships that are for sure going to make it to the gate, 12 ships that are kind of like in a rough vicinity of you, and there are 7 ships that are now slipping behind. So like you have 7 ships behind you, 12 kind of in your rough horizontal, and then 8 now that are still ahead of you. One of the vessels that is beside you, you would note, is the Golden Cities team.
A home team, eh?
As they're pushing up, you can see they're clearly nervous. Like just the general atmosphere of like their ship, those like people are scurrying around. You see a man in robes walk to the front of the ship and start to conjure up a fireball that he's aiming at one of the smaller vessels ahead of them. 5, 4, 3.
I ain't got shit I can do,
What's supposed to do
y'all.
with that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're the
I was
water
trying to look at
bender.
my sheet. No.
He fires
I go
out
range.
a bolt of fire at one of the lesser ships. Let's see his attack roll.
Yeah, I was like, ain't shit I can do about that.
He said, I'm the water person yet, and I'm like,
Damn, he
Ooh,
cooked the fuck out of him.
damn.
He hits the backside of like their mast, and it just erupts immediately in flame, people are running off their deck, jumping into the water as they're caught themselves on fire, and there are now only 7 vessels ahead of you.
So I feel like Akama's like slumped over on a barrel right now, just like don't let him do us like that.
He is hurting
Please.
right now.
Please don't let him do us like that. I don't think it's gonna be enough. We gotta do something else more.
Heath sees this and then is like, just has a panicky moment, and then just a moment of calm, and then he grabs a harpoon and aims to throw it at one of the ships that's ahead of us to start pulling us closer to them.
All right. We're gonna call. Let's see here. It would be a ranged long check as you grab one of the little ship mount things to like. And
Oh, God,
to hit the ship ahead of you, you need an 8. So let's see it.
Let's see it.
Oh.
You got any in that?
Yo, that wall.
So
Okay.
No.
here
I have nothing.
you
Get up
you,
after this.
so here is where it is. Where it's hit in the ship, it's not going to pull it off to the side or like at an angle. It's going to like cause the ship to turn. And so if you start reeling in this ship, it means you are
It's
going
gonna
to pull it
turn.
sideways in front of yours, and you will your ship is big enough. Your ship will go right through it. But it does mean that you are condemning this ship to being split in half by yours. Would you reel it in?
Will it slow us down?
No. Not at the
Will
speed
we
you're going. You will speed up. You will gain the speed from it, but basically this is a question of do you
care if
reel
you-
this ship to certain doom?
If you crumple them, do you care about
mean-
crumpling them?
I'm still not up there, am I?
No, not yet.
All right.
5,
So
4, 3, 2, 1.
Heath can't
God,
do
you
it.
better not say shit.
Okay, one last little bit of information. There is no retracting this line. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to cut the rope, and you will only
Oh.
have rope for 2 more harpoon shots.
Oh, that changes it. Okay. Do I still have time, or is that the decision?
No, I should have
Okay.
given you at the front of the information. My apologies.
Gotcha.
So you reel them in.
Keyleth mutters to himself, victory comes at a cost. Choose that which you're willing to lose. And starts cranking that wheel.
Adam, you're a little devil. You
The,
said so that means you're really so I penciled you in, right, for reeling them in, right?
The as you start picking up speed and pulling ahead of the Golden City team, you see that they start scrambling. But before we do that, Thala, at this point, you've made it to the front of the ship. You see that they're cranking in this smaller ship, and you can feel the boat begin to speed up. But on the front of the ship, on the side of the ship that you're cranking in, there is a person preparing to fire a cannon at your ship. 10, 9.
I have to shoot. I have to shoot something at
7.
him. He's gonna get.
Perfect.
I don't know.
Let's see the attack.
I'm not gonna let him shoot. Look at that.
Crumpled the
Um,
whole frame.
Theme it for me.
We got a.
Well, look, he's trying to shoot a cannon at us, so I'm gonna shoot. It's gonna be a water cannon back at him.
He said,
No,
Cannonball.
Heath and Akama, you're kind of like back to your feet. You're a little injured, but you can see this. You watch as this bolt of water, this cannonball of force, hits the person square in the like head, neck, torso region, and all that's left is a pair of flailing arms uselessly dangling there before your ship just plows through theirs.
I feel like I did him a kindness at
As-
this point.
I
As your
apologize,
ship-
but like, headshot. Just.
Yeah.
As
Hey,
your ship and the
at least he
Golden
didn't drown.
City ship begin to continue this race to the gate, we're gonna get a little bit of a roll off between yours and theirs to see how things are doing. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a set of 3 roll offs, but this will be the first because I like seeing how you guys interact with these lesser ships. So for our first between ships, let's get your guys' roll first. Let's set the stage.
individually? Are we all together?
I think it's for our boat.
Yeah, your boat.
Oh.
Hey, that's pretty
Okay,
good.
16, pretty good,
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay.
No.
All right, let's
What
see that.
about-
Let's see that Golden City roll.
I don't want to say anything. Oh, I
Oh.
knew some
God
bullshit.
damn.
I knew some bullshit was about to happen.
Okay.
The Golden City vessel begins to pull a little bit ahead. You do see another smaller vessel ahead of you that you could harpoon onto, or there is a larger vessel, like mid-size compared to yours, that if you could do enough damage to the side of its ship, it would turn to be in the way of the Golden City ship.
Let me show you how it's done, Heath. I'm gonna swing on over to try and shoot the big ship.
All right, let's see it
With what? Oh, the harpoon.
to hit a critical enough spot, like onto its like mast with the harpoon and crank. We're gonna need a 16.
I have something I can put on this.
It's doable. It's doable. What kind of long range is it?
Oh,
look at that!
Whoa,
Never
so
mind,
close
he
to being
doesn't need it.
bad.
Oh, look at that!
Wait, it's
and,
taking
let's
for me too.
and this is all right. This is range long 4 plus, so 5. That's a really good roll. It's 24 total.
Look at that.
You see as Akama fires out and he hits that mast and he turns the mast, and all of a sudden their vessel just immediately starkly turns, and it's the Golden City ship like slams into the side. The only thing that keeps their momentum going is the fact that like their heroes are just decimating the ship. Like they're firing different attacks, they're hacking, but their ship begins to slip behind yours. So I think you know what? Let's that what puts you ahead of another ship. So there is 5 ships ahead of you. You would note that some of the smaller ships that were in line with you have completely just gone like, we're not getting involved with like the Golden City or whatever. Whoever like you can tell that there are like crews and stuff that are trying to figure out who you guys are. They just see these 2 Golden City vessels decimating people. But let's see another roll off to how this this continues. And we'll start with your guys' roll.
Tell them, avert your eyes. Damn.
Oh, well, you wanted to capitalize more. You wanted to capitalize more, but let's see that Golden City.
Look, sometimes the crew needs a little bit of a rest, okay?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You know what? They just hit a ship, so we are doing pretty good.
They should be at
So-
a disadvantage.
As a
Yeah.
no, you are definitely ahead of them. Not by a margin enough that you feel particularly comfortable with, but you are ahead of them. Now, you have 2 options. There are 2 ships kind of like next to each other, and they're skirmishing. They're already fighting each other as they're going in. Would you kind of try to like turn around them, or would you try to weaken their vessels enough to be able to plow right on through?
Are they directly in the way anyway?
They are directly in the way. They
And they're not
represent the
even paying
shortest
attention.
path to the gate. Yeah.
And they're not. Oh, I say fuck them.
I look over and say, Dala, do your thing.
He wants me to. I feel like they're already distracted. If they're not paying attention, they're not gonna move. We gonna go right through.
So, but
But-
what you don't want to have happen though is because they've got boarding ropes and things like that. That if you split the difference and you go between them, and their boarding ropes get caught on you, you'll now just be dragging their ships potentially.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
you wanna get them damaged up.
All right. Well,
If you hit one, I can try to hit the other one with the last harpoon.
so but as opposed to just trying to hit one, is there a? Okay. As opposed to just trying to hit one, I guess she would want to try to like create with the water, obviously that's there, like almost like a cyclone.
Pull them together
That
a little
makes
bit.
sense.
They clump 'em.
Mina
'Cause
steps
they're already
forward and goes, I think I can help with that one as well. And she begins to try to cast vines between the two vessels to help pull them together so both ships are just in one easy spot to ram into.
So we're gonna try.
So let's
gonna
see
try.
the Mina Graves and Thala roll for getting these two ships stuck together.
Come
I'm
on.
loving this shit. Yeah. He
What
messing
is
up
it?
all
What
these
is it? What?
NPCs.
Fuck me! No, I don't like that. I don't like that for me.
Again, the water just kind of
But they're still together.
but the vines start wrapping the ships closer and closer. You would suspect, though, that some damage still kind of wants to be done to these vessels.
Can I?
What's up?
Can I try something? Can I try it again?
It would be a forced action, effectively, but yeah.
Fuck it.
What you got?
Well, I mean, if they're closer together now, maybe it'd just be easier just to try to hit it. Because apparently, whenever I try to get creative, it's like no.
Indiscriminate water bombardment. Let's see it.
Because
I like it.
Look. See, it was better.
You start pelting onto the ships. You're not really aiming too much. You're just trying to break up larger parts of the ship and kind of get them nice
damage.
and damaged. As your ship plows into theirs, we are in fact going to roll one calamity real quick. Just
Wait, can I?
seems.
Wait.
Ah!
Can I was
He's
like,
like,
get
can I-
one. I want to send my Blastoise to destroy, to hit it first before we plow into it.
Not a Blastoise.
Fine. Let's see it. Let's see the attack roll.
It's Blastoise.
Go, Blastoise! Body slam!
Oh my god!
Hey! Whoa!
It's not big enough to sink the vessels, but what it does do is it just starts breaking up the back of their ships and creates this wedge that as your boat hits into the two of them, it grinds and almost sucks the two vessels under yours with a all that you hear is the pop of air being released from the vessels underneath. Just
Damn.
yeah, he came up and he clawed into the back side of it, creates a wedge between the two vessels. I see you questioning me.
And he's like,
No,
That's
no,
a-
No,
no,
it's
I'm
not
just-
questioning. I'm just mentally, I'm imagining we're on this boat, and we feel it go up as we go onto the ships, and then come down because of the weight of the ship is just
Oh yeah,
crushing.
oh
it
yeah. No,
beneath
it's
us, and then we're
it's
just that was a weird sensation.
yeah, Shadow Blastoise is just
as you all look to the left. You just see that the Golden City team vessel is they've got repeating weapons, they've got cannons, they've got just tons of things, and they're just blasting ships into rubble, into scrap,
can I
it's
get
coming
one?
down. Oh, you
I was gonna say, sorry. Just after it destroys the ships, after it hits the ships, I just want to send it to go under the water to go run interference on the golden ship.
noted. Okay. As the two vessels continue on, though, it's time for our let's get this. I think this. You're both approaching the gate. You're pulling ahead. There's only one other vessel that it remains in front of the carnage, the wake of destruction between you and the Golden City team. But let's get one more roll off, starting, of course, with your team.
Oh, come on!
God.
It could have been worse. Though.
Golden City, don't let me down. Let's see it.
Golden City. Choke.
Yeah!
His face, I'm sorry.
Damn it, Adam. No, don't look so disappointed. We needed that.
As the crew,
ones more than 20s.
Your ones. No, but as they like continue to fire and more, and like in this reckless rampage, they drew the ire of the teams that they were destroying. So like in their final moments, they started taking damage from ranged attacks. Those like fighters or barbarians or other of the sort that could like get onto the boat had to be fought off, and like their boat kind of falls into disarray and chaos as you begin to pull ahead. Only one vessel remains ahead of you, but this is a very harpoonable vessel. So I asked the party, do you let this last boat finish ahead of you? Or do you guarantee that you finish first amongst this group?
We gonna finish
So,
first, because if
two
you ain't
questions.
first, you're last.
2 questions.
Mhm.
Firstly, how many harpoons do we have left? Because you said
I thought
3.
we had all-
Well, so
Pull the other one
since you've
back.
been able to, since you hit your targets and were able to reel them in, you still have 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because
Yeah,
I thought that we were like losing them
No,
as
no,
we used them.
they were only
Oh, yeah, that's what I
expended.
thought
too. Pulled it back.
No, sorry, they were only expended if you weren't able to reel it.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Second, do we recognize this ship? Do we care who's in front of us?
I'm already at the
Um,
thing before you even started asking that question. Just like,
I mean, we didn't ask about no other shit. But
So I'll ask this, Akama. Would you have waited, or would you have already fired? 5. Well, let's see it. 10 is the number to hit their ship. Yeah, let's see it.
I feel like it literally, as he was saying, like, do we recognize that? I'm just like, boop.
Too late.
You hit the ship, and with your plus 5 to this,
I'm
I am
pausing who I think it is.
you hit them and you start like reeling in their ship. You were able to hit them in a way where in fact, actually, you know what, real quick, let's get a sidebar with good old Epsilon in here.
oh god, Epsilon.
Epsilon.
Oh, sorry.
I'm back.
Wow.
I'm back.
With the comma, I apologize.
Hold on. I was gonna be like,
So your shot has hit so well. You're like reeling in their ship. You don't recognize any other flags or banners or anything like that. You imagine they're from a city off of the like not part of any continent you've been to. But you could easily make it look like you had to reel them in to the front of the ship and run their ship over.
As opposed to like just
Or
pulling
as
them out of
opposed
the way.
to pulling them back and out of the way and just passing past them.
I can't. I gotta, for the sake of my reputation, I have to not crush this boat for no reason.
Well, like I said, no
Strategic
one
play.
would know.
But it's a strategic play, I feel like.
All right, we can return to the party. As Akama has their boat like wrapped in, you see him like ripping the roping out to the side, and like as he's reeling in, he's like letting it go slack and then like shifting it before reeling in, and their boat gets like tugged and pulled, but in a way that it doesn't get brought like straight into the line of your vessel, and you're able to pass past them and finish first of this group as you enter the port of Orvatheas.
can I get a perception roll for like whose boat is that?
He's like perception check.
Yeah, let's get. I mean, you can do a knowledge history.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can
we're
I
gonna call
choose
this
anything
a-
else other than knowledge history?
No, they bear no religious markings or any other appropriate one. So knowledge history, and it is a 14.
You can just never mind.
Oh, look
Don't
at
trust your
that!
I
your
don't know. That
yeah.
actually, I have a -2 in history. Somehow that worked.
It still worked.
That's
It-
why
it-
I was like,
as you're looking, you still don't like fully recognize like the actual like city state that they're a part of, but you do recognize that they are one of like the far eastern teams from like even like the Golden City and whatnot. So they're from like across the main ocean. They've traveled a very long way to be in this event, and they finish just behind you all. As you make it in, there's like a board that shows how many like teams have made it in and how many are still allowed in. They flip the board down one time for you and one time for the boat behind you. The number going from 50 more teams to 48.
So we would have been fine if we just didn't do anything.
But what we did do is in the competition, though.
As you sail in to the port of Orvatheas.
It's very true. He ain't wrong.
As you get into the port, immediately, very organized soldiers like dock your vessel up, make sure that it's not like a detriment to the port, as like its battle damage isn't going to like pull anything into the depths, etc. They quickly come in and check if you have a kaiju, to which you all do, and you are permitted entrance into the city of Orvatheas. As you enter the city, you're escorted very near silently. Most of the gestures that you've been given, while respectful, are very like put together. Most of the people are walking as if they have like literal like rulers down their spine, and you are brought from like waiting area to waiting area, and you just kind of are like awkward. You feel awkward, and you get the sense that compulsion to whisper when you speak, as if in a library, despite no one telling you that you need to. The surfaces, like while it is day, the surfaces give you this feeling of it being night. It is reflective in a manner of speaking, but it's odd to your eyes. It does dawn on you eventually that the majority of the Orvathians have some form of night sight, and thus their eyes are more comfortable in lower, dimmer settings. As you're able to take in the wonderful atmosphere of the architecture, the blooming trees, the tall spires, arcane rippling out from almost every building and edifice that you can see. Finally,
I make a nature.
I'm sorry.
I am so sorry. You have
No,
more
go ahead.
descriptions to do.
No, please.
Can I roll a nature check to see what type of trees they like to plant? Because I'm looking at the picture and I'm guessing they have that kind of cherry blossom-esque. Can I roll nature to see if I can take a cutting of one?
Yeah, of course. Let's see. So the knowledge nature to do that would be 7.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
You definitely know that that you would be able to like make a cut and have it like be sustainable and growable. The only thing that gives you pause is as you like get close to one of the trees and you're like kind of like looking it over. The trees are all manicured in a way where they're not asymmetric. As you get closer, you can see that they like use arcane and light metal grafting to grow the trees in uniformed ways to create their their city streets.
I look to one of the guards and I ask in a very quiet tone, because this place feels like a library. Excuse me. Is it possible to get a cutting of a tree? I'd like to send it home to my folks.
Like they stand there, they look at you. The one you address looks at the other one. They look back, and then they gesture for you to rejoin your group.
I bet.
I know that I'm awkward, but that is not a very good way to have a conversation, but okay. And he just kind of walks back into the group.
As the party progresses, you see a almost like a section of the city has been blocked off, and there are little banners and flags and whatnot of different cities, towns, and things like that. And it's clearly kind of the area that the teams of this competition have been given to find rest and refuge. As you as you get to that kind of the gates, you would note that there's like a glimmer of gold in the air before you enter the area. The guard stops you and goes, "As you step foot into this part of our city, you are stepping foot into an aura of Rivadon. He has vowed protection against all hostility, untruthful behavior, and unwanted decorum. If you breach this agreement of neutrality, you breach the will of a god. Tread lightly." And
Do
then
I still
present.
have the what's it called?
Yes.
on? Cool. Just wondering.
And he steps aside so that you can enter the area with all the heroes, or the other teams and such. As you step in, and there's kind of like if you've ever like there's just a guard in line of sight to like as you walk in. That's like, yes, you can follow me over here, and this is where you're going. Just immediately gesturing you to a new spot. As you begin walking that direction, a different person catches your eye. A person that, other than glimpses, doesn't look familiar to the rest of the party, save for Healith. It's none other than the member of the Phoenix Court, Helen. She sees you and half flaps her wings to get a little closer and gestures for you to come over to her.
Like, oh, my buddy.
I look at the group and then look back at her, and I figure, do I figure that I can meet with her and then still get back to the group easily, or am I going to lose them entirely?
You feel like you could, unless the conversation dragged on, you feel like you could get there with a reasonable amount.
If she lets you
Healith
go.
is nothing if not extremely polite, which is probably really annoying in this situation, and he won't go to her because she did ask for him to come talk to her. So he feels obligated. He kind of not shuffles, but he walks over.
I was beginning to worry about your team. It's so good to see you. Especially you. The others, I do have something for you, though. And she holds up a letter, and she goes, "I saw a courier waiting for you. It has your name on it and everything. But I figured who better to give it to you than me, right?"
Thank you, Miss Helen. He takes the letter, and do I recognize where it's from?
Yes, you would note that it is from your parents, and that the letter is open. Has been opened.
Yeah.
He stands there for a moment. Okay, he stands for the moment. He's trying to find the words to be like, "That was very rude of you to open my letter," but he doesn't know exactly how he can say this without potentially making it sound like he's chastising her.
I think it's so cute that your parents write to you. That's so nice. Go on, read it. It's rather personal.
That's a little unsettling. He opens the letter and begins to read it.
It's a letter that's like,
Oh, Healy, I hope you are having the best time, and I really hope you're doing well. Me and your father are cheering for you every day. We make it all the way to Keep Kolak. They're refurbishing it. They don't call it that anymore. It's called Last Vigil now, but they have more information than we do. Oh, it's been such a dream hearing about your successes, my sweet, darling baby boy.
and then the bottom half of the letter is like, well, the crops are coming in well. It's a lot harder to do without you and, here with us, but we always knew you were destined for more. So I wanted you to have a little something. I didn't tell your mother I was giving you quite so much, but I really feel like you're going to need it. And then enclosed in like a pouch at the bottom of the card, and this part you can see is unopened, is a little like pocket of gold that you're like has a decent amount of weight to it. With all the love from both of us.
Aw. Healy's about to cry.
Heath wipes his eyes a little bit to prevent any tears from coming. He's like, damn it, Paul. You shouldn't have sent anything. He takes the pouch of gold and puts it in his pocket. He's not even going to open it at this moment. He looks to Helen and is like, so I guess you kind of have to read about my parents a little bit.
They're so sweet. I've never personally met anyone from Norlock before.
Well, we're a small community. We're there. We just kind of go unnoticed.
Well, one day you'll have to have me meet your parents. And she like pinches your cheeks a little too hard and like with the thumbs of her gauntlets like cuts into your face like on the sides.
Just a little. Okay. Well, I guess. I mean, I feel like we have to get to know each other a little better. I just don't take anybody home.
Oh no.
Well, you know what? If that's the case,
I'm
you
sorry.
Go to this
I didn't
vendor.
mean-
If you go to this vendor, just mention that I sent you. And that's how we can begin the bonds of our budding new friendship, Heath. And she flaps her wings hard and like twirls and then heads back over to where the other Phoenix Court members are.
As she's like twirling and going, he's like, how do I repay you?
Oh.
And you trot over, or however you would like to traverse to...
Kind of lopes back. Not really a trotting. He's kind of tall and gangly, so it's more of a lope rather than a trot.
Dang,
As
your face.
as the... Sorry, go ahead.
Right, I have these cuts now on my face. These little scratches.
He's like,
How tall is Helen, by the way? I feel like I didn't have that as a note.
Oh,
I feel like
she
I need to have it
She
now.
is the shortest of the Phoenix Court, but she does stand at 6'4" herself.
Oh, so she's a tall queen. Got it.
Pick you up and carry you home.
4. Okay.
Little briefcase. Hold you up like
As the party reaches their homestead, if you will, while within the city of Orvatheas, you step out into what is like effectively your living room, and it's a sight like no other. It is this gorgeous view over the port itself. You can see the natural Orvathian structures, and you see the sun beginning to set. It's almost as if the water itself becomes like lit with an arcane magic and glow. And one of the things you can truly appreciate from this vantage point is the mixture of the architecture. You can tell that they rebuilt this city from the ruins of these lands, as Orvatheas was one of the territories truly devastated by the fall of darkness. And it's been long and healing. For the first time in a while, the party finds themselves in a quiet room with nothing urgently calling to their needs or their attention, and just with each other. And the Andrews, to clarify. The Andrews came along.
Okay. I was about to say
course,
they're like
of
probably
course.
koala bears to Mina, just like, we're here.
Oh my god. Nice to be koala bears.
Every team needs a mascot, right?
If you don't mind, Mina speaks up, before we get too settled in, I wanted to speak on Brelix. While I know of Brelix, the man, at least what he was, and his tactics haven't changed too much, save for the blood and the portaling or whatever his magic was, I'm concerned that he has to have some sort of other benefactor, something that's giving him these abilities. It's not the Brelix that I knew. It's definitely not the Brelix that worked for the Golden City.
Who? Just curiosity. Did the Brelix you knew look the same?
No, he was, a regular human, however that would be describable. I find you all to look a touch odd. Not looking at you, for the record.
Cause
To Adam, can I roll like a check? Like, did all that happen with Brelix seem like some
familiar in a
Upsilon
way.
type religious type situation going on?
I will save you the roll on that one. There was no familiarity with. It was definitely like a Stygian magic that he was like drumming up, but it was not a that none of that felt familiar.
Is doing his own thing, kind of. Okay.
I will say also, just about that and about Brelix, I never got a chance to tell you guys that not too long after meeting him, I'm honestly not sure if it was a dream of my own or if somehow he jumped in there. I don't know how to explain it, but I had a dream, I guess a nightmare really, and he was in Brelix was in it, and so were all of us, but we died. He killed us all, and I could see it from my eyes, and I thought I was trying to help you, and then realized that I was also dead, and he was using my head as a puppet.
I don't like that, says Mina.
I mean, I didn't like it either.
Yeah, I think he's already chosen us as target.
He seems. First off, that's terrifying. That you had that dream. That I'm very glad that it didn't turn out that way. And on that note, it seems like we weakened him greatly when he came after us. I think whatever's going on with him, and as Mina has said, something definitely has gone on with him. He's not fully in control of that difference. Those bards were the ones who were giving him extra oomph in that fight. I think we all noticed that the more or the less of the bards or those poor people chained to his mast were there, the less he seemed imposing. Considering we killed 3 of the 4, I imagine he has been reduced. But still a threat.
I wonder if something is controlling.
We lost your audio on the end of that.
Sorry, just wondering if something is causing him to change, or if this is his own choice to be doing this. Because, like I was saying with the tainted before, at least with those people, they have some object that they get that gives them their power, that causes them to change from being a person like one of us to to something else. I wonder if Brelix is something like that, or if he. So is it his choice to do that, or is something else giving him power that's making him do this? You know what I mean? Because maybe he doesn't want to be this fishy guy. You know, he said he was different before.
Oh, jeez. Well, that kind of makes me want to investigate a little bit, but at the same time, I kind of don't.
Yeah, I personally think that the next time we see him, we should just kill him. He's not gonna stop, and right now we don't know even if that was true, we don't even know what that would be if he has some kind of thing like that.
Well, I guess we'll just have to do the best we can. On a slight aside, Healith, I'm going to keep one of your spiders for the Andrews.
I was thinking of gifting each Andrew a spider. That way there's one to watch after each of them.
I don't know if I trust them to do it, but I appreciate the gesture.
So, how many does that leave you with, Healith?
I have 7, so if Mina wants to take one for the Andrews, I should have 6 left.
Aren't you glad you brought them with you?
Perfect.
Yeah,
You would have legit
which
died.
brings me to a quick question. Nakama, how are you feeling? Because I started being drained, and the Andrews have been better since they let the spider drink theirs. But you're fine.
I mean,
Or at least you seem to be fine.
Well, right now I'm feeling pretty fucked up. He's still kind of like his form is crumpled from. He's still on 1 HP, but I don't know. I guess maybe they just didn't infect me. I feel like he pulled up his sleeve, like it healed over fine.
Just a guess, but
Real quick, I'm sorry. Let's get a deception roll for that. We're gonna call it a deception 8 for Kama.
I got a +5 deception.
Jesus Christ,
Bro, what?
But he's not evil.
As he begins to like explain everything,
You don't know
he was
that.
just
You
saying
can't
about like
draw any
he's like,
conclusions from that.
I don't know, like it seems to have healed over well, like maybe like did it miss the like he starts talking about a bunch of like plausible things that like each of you are kind of like, yeah, I've never seen a Vry coral before, I don't know what they do. I guess like, I mean, you had heard stories of them, but you hadn't like seen like their act, like the tangible reality version of it. But Like, so you're all kind of like, I mean, everything he just said makes 100% sense.
Yeah, you know,
'cause
sometimes
I was
you know
gonna
how
use
sometimes people
logic.
get
This is
sick in your house. and
definitely
Not everybody gets sick.
I mean,
this is a definite
look,
reach on
no,
my
I'm over here
part.
like,
but
just a
I-
guess. What?
What?
This is a definite reach, but I do have nature or knowledge medicine. Is he making
the
any sense?
number, The number to beat knowledge
I have no
medicine
doubt it's
is
going to be super high.
26.
Oh, no, I'm not getting that. I got a
The
1,
deception
bro.
was too
It ain't gonna
high.
happen.
He's like,
That
fuck
shit
it.
was too
And
high.
I was great. So you got
Yeah,
6.
no.
Almost.
If you rolled a
You
20,
sta-
you could have
You're,
matched it,
you're,
I think.
you're staring at him and you're like, yep,
Mm-hmm.
I guess that could happen.
Sure.
Would you?
I'm
would
no
you-
doctor. I guess that
do
can
you
make
have
sense.
anything- Do you have anything to contest that his deception, Thala?
I mean, I'm over here like, I don't know. I'm over here like, look, I mean,
I'm no doctor. I only know but so much. But I guess I was just thinking maybe that since your blood clearly is not the same as theirs, maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, maybe you're right. And like he's like opens his hand and like he's got it wrapped up now, but the blood that dried is like it looks almost black.
Has it healed any? No. Like, but,
What is
just
this?
maybe.
What is this orcish trickery? Because the only thing I know that has black blood is orcs from Lord of the Rings. I'm concerned.
I mean, you know, when it dries, it gets darker. You know, isn't that how it works?
orcs, the Urukai,
Not
goblins.
to the color of midnight.
I don't know.
As
man.
as the party settles in and their conversation kind of naturally like thins out from like questioning to like just in general going over in like all of the basics of just
So got
queuing people in
questions.
with what happened. One of the things that does occur to you is that there is going to be the gala event. You had seen like a couple of mentions of it, and almost as if like as your party's settling in, like to make sure like each of the teams in the area are ready, one of the guards comes up, delivers a note. The note is 5 invitations like to the gala, expressing the when, the where, and what is going to be happening. It's like it's a brief table of things. The invite list, you fold it out and you're like, oh my goodness, so many more people are invited to this than just like the people who are in this event. And you just kind of immediately are like, it's a lot of names. But the thing that is noted is there is going to be a statue gift unveiling for the city of Orvatheas. There is going to be an addressment by the Queen in Gold and Neophytos of Ambervale and the King of Orvatheus. And so there is a bunch of fun stuff coming up, and that there's like a plug for for all your gala needs. Please see like this store vendor, and it lists the stored vendor, which is the same one that you were recommended, Healith. Peter the Pious is the man to go see. And on that note, though, we also will address the Skems bag for Thala. But before we can get into any of this fun stuff, we're going to take our 5-minute break. So we're going to take a little bit of a deep breath, settle in, and get ready to be fancy. Just after these 5 minutes.
I don't know how to be fancy.
And welcome back to Cinematic Epic. I am your Game Master, Adam, and boy, this session has been fun. I love a good narrative session. We got the fear of Brelix and, maybe some doubts. Maybe he's not the evil villain that, he espouses himself to be, but perhaps he's trapped. Now the party's cast a little doubt into how they feel about the character. They've made it into Orvatheas, though, through some destruction of nearby vessels in a carnage-like sense, just to be one of the last 50 teams allowed in. Could they have made it without destroying a new one? Sure. But as I believe Thala said, hey, thin the herd a little bit. The party is now preparing for the gala event, and so we're going to see how they rub elbows, and if this ragtag group of individuals can get fancy. So let's bring them on back.
And I'm just looking at my
Ah,
stats
we
like,
trying to get fancy over here.
I don't got the stats for this.
Pinkies. No.
So is
What
there
do you mean,
anyone that
pinkies?
would... Is there anyone that would not head over to the Pious? The store, the shopkeep. Peter the Pious.
The pious parlor. The pious parlor. Yeah, we'll go.
I feel like we have no choice. We have
yeah.
to dress accordingly. But
I don't know what they expect here. I feel like
we're
I'm looking
walking
around.
together.
We have a lot of things going on all at once, so hold on.
So
I figure we're all going together.
perfect. So everyone's heading there. And I gotta ask you though, as you're heading to a shop, Helith, are you gonna take a look at the gold that was given to you?
I will look at the gold from my father.
As you
Or the pouch.
undo the pouch and open it, you're looking at 200 gold.
I thought it was gonna be gone. I honestly thought Helen took that shit.
Rocks.
And there's a part of you that is like kind of overjoyed seeing this. You're like, oh, this is gonna be really helpful. There's a lot of things that and then it kind of catches up with you though. This idea of like, hold on, where did this gold come from? Like this wasn't like the crop tending gold, was it? Like, but you have no way of contacting them, and you have no means of even trying to send this back. As you continue
On the way,
oh, sorry.
gonna make a caveat of like on the way there, Keyleth is looking for like, can anybody here? Can I send mail back? Like there was obviously somebody here with this mail for
Return
me.
to sender.
How do I send mail back? How do I let my parent? How a stationery store? We know it as a stationery store, but like somebody who can write a letter, like.
So from where you are within the city of Orvatheas, you're just looking around like they haven't noted anything in like, especially not in common. There's a lot of stuff written in Elvish, but it is not something that you're fluent with, I do believe.
I was about to say, curse my lack of education.
Yeah, because
What's that say?
Forget Orvatheus. They're elves.
I don't think I got no type of any kind of other languages in my setup.
As you all reach Peter the Pious's store, it is an eclectic shop of odd, odds and ends and goods and whatnot. And this man, grinning from ear to ear, welcomes you. Yes, welcome to Peter the Pious's perfect
That's about right.
shop. How can I help you? And his wares.
I ain't liking it already. Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, we definitely need.
Ah.
Wait, what's fucked
Oh
up?
God.
Wait, what's fucked up?
What?
Wait.
Hold on.
Hey,
Oh my God.
So,
in this store, I have amulets of morrow. Restoration kits for those in need.
At this point, by the way, Akama, you've regened 2 of your health as you've been able to like eat and drink and relax.
I've got beautiful bouquets.
Social lubricant, if you wish to be the life of the party, as they say. Fancy daggers, fine clothes, non-alcoholic brews for those less willing to be the center of attention. Orvathian fine wear. A nice divine halberd depicting the divine. Extravagant gala clothes for those really looking to stand out and be wonderful.
And then, of course, a few ways to improve yourself as heroes. Is there anything that I could interest you in?
I feel like no matter what, I always try to roll the barter. Because,
Right.
shit.
You right.
Only one
When am I
person can
not?
attempt the barter roll. For just
Who's
for
got
what
the
it's
best
worth.
barter?
Is
I
it
do
the
believe
same
it's
that?
Thala. It's funny enough, it is Thala. So Thala is attempting the barter roll. 17 is the number to beat.
God damn it!
With that nat 1, he looks and he's like,
Shit.
Really? Your first thing is about prices. You haven't even asked a question about my wares.
he begins like helping like other people around, but you just have this kind of like air of like, if you ask the cost of an item, he's just going to tell you it's more.
So I'm like, that has never gone so poorly.
That was instantly got you.
That has never gone
Goodness.
so poorly.
That's
So wait,
great.
I just a semi-unrelated question. So when we came in, when the dude was talking about like Rivendon and all that, wait,
Mhm.
yeah, was he not from Orvatheas? Who was he?
He was one of the Orvathian guards, yeah.
Okay, because everything I see in here says Morrow, so I'm like,
Yeah, so the Rivendon part is because for the Golden Tournament, it is for the attention and like musings of the gods, like is its original purpose. So this is a gesture from the god Rivendon to keep a state of the tournament neutral.
okay,
But
then,
Morrow
like,
is the primary presiding god here.
gotcha.
He's the patron god of the city. Cool.
Of the city, or like,
He is one of the prime. He is one of the most celebrated gods of the Orvathian territories.
okay,
He is the god of tomorrow, and that is what got the Orvathian people through their hardships. Was the knowing that they can just continue persevering, rebuild, and repair.
Those who come after.
Well, you all have been standing around and haven't asked me anything. Are you going to just stand here, or are you going to leave, or buy something?
I actually do have a question.
Hmm.
So looking at the Orvathian formal wear, and I see that there's lots of different symbols of Morrow, would it be, I suppose, inappropriate to wear that with the symbol of Rivendon that I already have?
I mean, it doesn't exactly go with the outfit, but it wouldn't be like spiritual faux pas.
So it's not
Like-
offensive. I don't want to offend anybody.
You have traditional groups that wouldn't take kindly to it, but I mean, most people look positively on Rivendon, so it's not exactly an insulting gesture.
Okay.
As long as you know that Morrow comes first and foremost in the lands of the Orvatheas.
Okay, understood. Okay.
Healith kind of goes over to the different clothes, and he's just like so. He's unused to the idea of having specific clothes for a function, and it's very clear that he is like outside of his realm of knowledge. And he kind of looks to Peter the Pious, and he's like, do you have a recommendation? I've never been to a gala before.
Well, I would say that if you really want to make a splash, I would go with the extravagant clothes set. It is going to bring you the highest amount of attention for wearing the finest of draperies.
Adam got that irritated customer service look on his face. Oh.
Okay. I guess I'll get this one then. He points at the. Thank you.
Which one?
The extravagant gala clothes. He points at that and is like,
Oh, that's a wonderful choice. And he like gets your size real quick and then like wraps it up like so that way it's like nice and packaged well. Like it's going into like a little like foldable gold like, you know, like tissue paper kind of thing into like a bespoke bag.
as he's wrapping this up, I kind of lean close to him and say, my friend Helen mentioned that I should say that she mentioned that I should come here.
He like pauses and his hands are noticeably like shaking now.
Oh God! Should have led with that.
He puts that. He's like,
and he before you can like make another thing, he's like scurries into the back, and like you're kind of standing there awkwardly, like
I didn't.
And
he kind of like that.
Perception check for Akama
Us.
and Thala. We're gonna call this a 14.
Shit.
And Archangel.
Perception.
Damn! What is happening today?
You said what was the roll? Sorry.
Oh my
14.
God.
I think
So
that's good. Yeah.
yes,
I'm having-
with the light of Thespis for sure.
I'm having a terrible time.
So you hear him name drop Akama. Thala, you're sitting here going like, this is gonna be 5 gold more now, and that's gonna be 5 gold more now, and this is gonna be fine. He comes back out with a different bag. And this bag, like brazened on the side, has the mark of the Phoenix Court, like on it. He comes over and he like he's shakily like, here you are, please. I had no idea.
It's okay. It's okay. Helith takes the bag from him and is like clearly like, I did not mean to scare this man. I am so sorry. Type of energy, but he's just failing to get the words out. He's like, he pivots and he's like, how can I buy the halberd? Can I get something else here too?
I'm gonna have you roll a accidental intimidation.
Oh.
We're gonna call this a 10.
Okay.
Accidental intimidation.
Ask him if we can get a discount too.
Is there any way I can assist in this roll?
I also have the weird question of, is there an accidental bonus to this? Because I have no intimidation, and I worry that because I name dropped Helen, that there's like bonus.
No. The
Okay,
bonus
cool.
to it was the fact that it was a roll. I mean, but Akama, you're always welcome to try.
Can we just stand behind him trying
What
to
I
look
even
intimidating too?
say?
We're all just looking.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing.
As the moment passes, he kind of looks, and he like actually starts like looking up at you, and is like, "Oh, you're serious? Of course you could purchase the halberd."
I am. I also wanted to get the kit, the restoration kit, and maybe the progress,
Progress 25,
and maybe the Marwyn Blossom banquet bouquet, the flowers.
The flowers.
So that's 5, 50, 150, and you said the
I need to get my
progress.
phone out.
Yes, please.
Perfect.
Get my phone.
So that would be 230. As he like brings you up at the front, he's like, and I'm going to go ahead and just do this at even 200.
This is gonna be the one time. Healith is uncomfortable, so he's gonna certainly 220.
Man, no. Certainly
I
180, I say.
He looks at you. Would you like to? What are you theming? Like, what's the like? Set the tone for me here. What do you attempt? Like, I hear your words. What are you attempting?
It's just
to do?
it's like, you're seriously trying to hold up the guy you just gave a Phoenix Core bag to?
We're gonna
like,
call
"Oh my God."
this. I'm gonna call this persuasion. Yeah, we're gonna call this persuasion. We're gonna call this persuasion 10.
Ooh.
Damn. I don't have no fucking proficiency in that joint, do I? I don't think so.
He looks over at you and he's like, "That's it is why I said 200. I'm not trying to haggle up. I'm not. Please."
We even give him that 200.
Healith is so uncomfortable at this point, and it's clearly like he's cringing on himself that he just gives the man 200 and just gets the hell out of there because he just feels like he's just robbed this man with his clothes on. It's just like, I have done something terrible and I shouldn't have. I need to get away. I've committed a crime.
If it
Bye.
makes you feel better, you can give it to me instead.
All right, so Healith has spent his gold. So you're down 200. You have the 4 aforementioned items that you were going for. Is there anything that Mina, for what it's worth, looks through and kind of comes to the decision that she's like, I don't get why like you all wear like clothes like this. So if people don't like me because I don't want to buy this, then okay, fine. And it is just kind of like, I don't need to be here, and steps out.
Okay. Fair enough.
Actually, you know what? Let's get a quick miscellaneous D20 roll for Mina. 1 representing her giving into something. 20 being that she resists it. I'll explain more after the roll.
I was about to ask, how
well.
does a tree wear clothes?
As she's like I don't need any of this. I'm going to leave. The Andrews are like looking at the fine clothes, and they're looking down at their kind of tethered, things, and she's like,
God.
fine, one of each in their sizes, and gets them a set of the 10 gold fine clothes each.
Oh,
They're gonna sit there and wear them Jones till it's threads. Then
No,
they're
they're
gonna be
gonna
literally
take. No, they're
walking
gonna take good care
all
of
the
it,
time.
sir.
I was about to say, when they're out, it's gonna be like they're gonna wear it and they're gonna be happy. As soon as they get back to the ship, it is going up on a wooden rack
Yeah,
in
no.
a protective bag in both their bunk rooms
Yeah, no,
because they're like,
taking
this is
care
a
of
gift
that.
from our glorious goddess. We cannot ruin it.
So, so is there anything that Akama or Thala wish to purchase?
Yeah, I'm
We have
sitting here
to.
trying to do my little math here.
What kind of math?
I gotta calculate all the bullshit. How much I'm about to
Look.
buy here.
Tell you to come back. Let me hold something.
We hold some.
Like, hey.
Can you get more than one progress?
Yes, there is. Or sorry, like you individually, no.
He's like, it's enough for all
I'm
of you to
about
get
to
one, but you
like,
cannot
put
get
it all on red.
No.
I buy
No.
Give me
four
5
things of
progress potions.
Terrible.
Oh my god. Y'all gonna look at me like this motherfucker. He going in the same clothes he wears all the time.
All right, what?
I
so
feel like I think okay, since I can mix the two, or I could just it doesn't matter. I can take this off. This Orvathian formal wear. I feel like we have to. We can't go in there like this. We have to. It's probably for the best.
he grabs like, as you like go to the front with it. He grabs it and kind of like smudges the 25 tag and looks at you and goes, "That'll be 30 gold."
Do I need to go get my friend from back outside?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna let you tag into this one, Healith. So you know you're outside the store and you're with the Andrews and you hear Thala say that. What would you?
Is it a door? Like, all right, real quick.
Like,
This
it's
is
like
gonna be very-
you heard
in
it,
true
basically.
form to the architecture of Orvatheas. It's a lot of just open archways and things like that. So you're like outside of the store is literally just like you are
Just
now
on the
just not
outside
under
of
a
the
roof.
wall. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I just wanted to make certain that it wasn't
Yeah,
like
no, I get you.
if it was saloon doors or if it was like a open
No.
door or
No, it's
a
just kind of
Dutch
an
door.
open archway. Yeah.
There's
Um,
not even a door.
Very airy around there.
Healith just kind of peeks, and he's not even just like he's more not even looking at Peter the Pious. He's mainly looking at Thala like, "Can you please hurry the hell up? I want to get out of here. I want to go home. I don't like this."
No, he's trying to overcharge me now.
We're gonna set with him looking back in. We're gonna give you a situational +1 to your intimidation. We're gonna have you roll intimidation. We're gonna call this intimidation 10.
Take 2.
Yo, what's happening today? This
Yo,
is
dice
bullshit.
hate you, boy.
He
Fucking
he
hate this.
he looks at you. He looks at the item. He looks at Healith and kind of realizes that Healith is more looking at you as well. As far as I'm concerned, it seems like your boss wants you to hurry up. So why don't you just pay the gold?
He's not the boss. I'm the boss.
It's at that point Healith comes in from the outside, puts the difference that would be required to pay to make the purchase, the 5. Just he puts it down. He's like, "Just pay it. Can we please go? I just want to go."
I mean, that's not even all I wanted. It's not even all I wanted. I
What
wanted
else
more.
did you?
I was gonna buy the master.
Healith looks at
Of course
No,
I
what-
was.
sorry,
the
what-
Pious.
What also, sorry, what else were you going to get? You got the Orvathian fine, and then what?
I was going to try to get the mastery.
Mastery.
Indeed.
So that's 100. That puts you. That's 125 before
Mm-hmm.
markup.
You said what?
That's 125
Yeah,
before
and
markup.
That's exactly what I had.
I have you at 105.
He subtracted because it was 120. If I had 125 to start, Derek just subtracted. Unless I did that on accident, but I definitely had 125 to start. Did I do that?
Well, here we're gonna pause that for a second. Comma. What do you what do you got?
Let me.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, you're not coming through for me. Oh, nope. Kinda.
Hello.
Hey, there we go.
Okay.
So what is a
My
comma
bad.
after?
Sorry, can you bring that? Let me see that thing again real quick. I gotta read this thing. I gotta think about the sadness that I'm trying to put myself in. Because you have put me in a cursed situation here. I think. First I need to Healith. Can I borrow like 30 gold?
Bruh! If we could borrow money, I would have did that. Actually, I've been saying that the whole time.
But I'm acting because I know my boy. This polite man. He's like, do I fold or do I not fold?
Oh, so you're manipulating him now. Is that what's happening? And you're not evil.
Hey, you know.
That's the theme. I'm going with it.
Helis turns to a comma and is like,
That's the
"What are you
propaganda.
trying to get, bud?"
Wait, you gotta bring it back up again now.
If you roll a perception for me real quick, that 8 is the number to beat for our 3 members here.
Gotcha.
Oh, look, I got something.
Oh, I got a 3.
I
That's
rolled a
not
3.
good,
No, I rolled a 3.
bro.
Oh, you rolled 3
look at
too?
that. Look at that, I got something.
So what you notice that now that Healith has come back in and he's being all chill and offering up gold and things like that, and now having a casual conversation about gold, the shop vendor is putting together. He's like, wait, hold on, is this guy like? You see him kind of like doubting if if Healith is actually part of like the Phoenix Court group.
Yeah, why?
So
You could tell by
I-
talking to him that he was.
I would like fine clothes. I'm trying to do this from memory now. The dagger, the dagger of dusk.
Oh.
I don't have a melee weapon right now.
You-
and maybe some of these one of these bouquets as well.
Wow.
So that was dagger, that bouquet,
Fine
and what was the
clothes.
last one? And fine clothes.
Uh,
So 115. So your total for this and for Thala, because Thala you did have 125, that we were able to verify that. So 125, 115, 240. He looks at you and goes,
What's 240?
or looks at your group and goes, "That'll be 350."
Is there another store we can go to, guys? Because
Not one
I'm not
that
liking
leaves
this
you enough time to go
anymore.
to the gala.
I'm like,
He puts 120 down and then just walks
no,
out.
no,
He's just
no,
like,
no. Because you know what? I'm tired of this. Either you're going to give us what we wanted at the price that it is, that it's supposed to be, that it was marked when we got in here, or I'm gonna start breaking stuff. We're gonna fight.
oh,
I'll happily
that
get the
point-
guards.
At
The guards
that
won't
point,
make it in because you won't make it to the guard.
don't listen
Well,
to what she says. What?
at that point, Healith goes doubles back, grabs the money, and is grabbing both of them. Is like, okay, we're going, because this has now escalated to violence and threatening. and threats, and I'm not okay with this. Let's go.
All right. Are you? Do you? Would anyone like to
I'm snatching
resist?
my shot.
I resist this man, and I want to say, don't listen to what she says, because you're not gonna have to worry about us. We won't do anything. What you're gonna have to worry about is when Helen comes back here.
At this point, he's really skeptical that your group is a part of it. So we are going to call this a Deception 18.
Please, Orwell, for the love of God.
Oh, it was so
You have
close.
plus
That-
5, right?
Plus 5
Passes
plus
on a
Wait, you
plus
do.
6.
You do.
Thespis.
So, yeah.
You do.
that-
He
I forgot about that.
he
That's
he
why I lied on
pauses.
this man.
He looks at you. He looks at Healith. He looks at Thala. Looks back at Akama and goes, fine. Take your stuff. You just take your stuff out of here. But I'm putting my foot down with her.
What is that supposed to mean?
Akama, so you grab your stuff and go, Akama?
I gotta wait outside.
And what does that mean?
Oh. I've done all I can.
So so Akama is given his stuff. The shopkeep has put his foot down on not serving Thala. Currently, Healith is like pulling on Thala.
He never said he wasn't gonna serve me. That never came out of his mouth.
No, that's sorry. That's what he just said. That's
What-
what he was
oh.
saying to Akama.
I'm like, okay. I'm knocking something over.
No.
Clang, 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 clang.
On the way out. He's dragging me out. I'm knocking shit over.
I feel like
So now we are all outside.
Yes, you are all
That's what I'm
outside.
getting from this.
Yes.
I got my stuff though. Did I
Man,
pay
fuck-
for my stuff?
Look. Fuck you.
Peter the Pious, I am putting this down in my note. There is now serious beef between Thala and this poor homie, Peter the Pious.
If
And
I
it's just
ever
it's
see
all
him
hands
and
on
he
sight.
needs help, I'm gonna look the other fucking way. And I hope all of the bad things in the world happen to him and him only.
When everybody gets back outside,
Mhm.
Colin's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, I thought I tried, but he really."
You're
didn't
not
like me."
you're not sorry. You're not sorry.
I did try. I
You're
tried,
not
but
sorry.
he really
You're not
doesn't like
sorry.
you.
You're not sorry.
He really doesn't like you.
You're not sorry. And it's okay. Because now I
Keyleth
know.
is just
Now I
holding
know
his
that you
item.
only care about you. And I'll remember
What else?
that.
What else could I have
I
done? You
will
can't.
remember that.
If you had done violence,
The party,
it's not
just
just
to,
a-
to set the
I'm
scene,
not
the party
listening
is
anymore. I'm
heading to the
walking away.
gala.
I'm
If-
like, I'm
if
not
you had-
listening anymore.
if you had done violence,
Healith
No,
is
I'm
just
not
silent,
listening
walking
anymore.
it's
by
not
himself.
just the guards. That's
What?
religious.
Nothing.
It would have been hell. I saved us.
No.
As
No,
as
it's
you're
Self-defense.
as you're heading
Nothing.
towards the gala, everyone's switching over into their garb and whatnot along the way. Healith, would you look inside the Phoenix Court bag?
Yes, I'm looking inside the Phoenix Court bag to see what Helen has set me up with.
Inside the Phoenix Court bag is a set of clothes. However, you would note that the set of clothes, while perfectly to your size, does brandish the marks of the Phoenix Court.
Of course it does.
Of course it does.
The benefit to these clothes are for the gala event, none of you will be wearing armor or armaments and things like that into the actual the robes of the Phoenix Court offer you a +2 to all charisma rolls.
That's pretty good.
Considering I am the most uncharismatic man in this party, I think I'm gonna have to wear it.
And a once per
God.
session auto 20 intimidation.
Okay. Once per session, auto intimidation.
My God.
That's auto 20 or like auto pass?
Auto 20. So it's a 20 total. So if something
Okay.
needed like a 26 or something like that, this wouldn't it just is your total is 20.
Gotcha. Cool. It'd be rude of me not to wear it. She set it up for me, which is really weird. I feel like I'm entering into this weird contract where I'm ending up as her fiance, but I guess we'll deal with that at some other point in time.
As you all
will
sorry.
wear it.
As
Keyleth
you
will
all
wear it.
Heck yeah. As you all get to the gala, it is for some people it's out of fear. For some people it's out of like the fineness of a clothes. But basically, from like the entryway of like kind of the red carpet-esque that you walk into the gala, everyone's attention is on Healith. Everyone like is whispering like in either like, why is he part of the Phoenix Court? Like off to the side like that. Some people it's because they're afraid. Other people because his clothes like are like chromatic and they shimmer different colors with this like jet black. In standard lighting, the robes themselves are jet black with gold like linings and adornments on them with the symbol of the Phoenix Court, like in places like the chest and shoulders. But as like it hits odd in different lights, or like it reacts to like arcane magic that it walks by, and like flickers and flutters with different colors. None of the colors that it ever displays, though, you would consider soft. They're all very like intense. Like colors. As you all make it into the gala itself, there is a primary area where it looks like an addressment is going to be made. Would the party find themselves wanting to be closer to kind of like the front, or kind of further off into their own area? This would fall. This is a leadership question, so this would fall to. I believe Thala or Akama. The two of you can battle out amongst your leadership.
Yeah.
What are we here for? Are we here to stand out? Is that the whole reason? That's the whole thing, isn't it?
All right. Well, me at this point, I'll stand out for all the wrong reasons. So
You don't even got to worry about that. They're all looking at him. We could have wore the best clothes in there, and it wouldn't have mattered because they're just look at that. I just point at him.
People really are people really looking at me?
Look around, Healith. They're all looking at you.
all of them.
Healith like looks around for the first time as if not realizing people are actually looking at him. He's like,
Actively sabotaging him.
You would note that like as you've entered the gala proper, the only reason you could even make it to the front is because no one wants to stop. Like no one wants to be in your way. Like if Thala or Akama wanted to try to get to the front, they would have to like push and like move and excuse me, pardon me. You could walk the group to the front, and people are just going like and like moving off to the side, save for like the other like some of the elite teams, but they are not in your path.
The only reason I can stand over here and talk to you right now is because no one wants to be within 5 feet of us.
All right, so front or back?
I think we go to the front.
We're going
y'all.
to the front. I guess we're going to the front.
To the front, as the party heads to the front again. Most of the groups are like they shuffle out of the way, and you hear a lot of like, "Wait, are they part of the Phoenix Court too? Do they have 2 teams? Okay, are you allowed to have 2 teams?" As you all stand, sit down at your table, immediately waiters come over, dropping off like the finest of you like foods and wines, different like drinks, all to your. There's a menu, so you're allowed to pick what you like. So, but you all are enjoying just an absolute wonderful meal. When the lights, like all of the arcane fires that are around, flicker a color for a second, flicker like a deep blue, and then turn truly gold, as in front of your very eyes gold coins just kind of start going like and you watch as the queen in gold like emerges from this pile of gold, and they like sink and become a part of her, and she rises up to her full stature.
Oh yeah.
She is immediately flanked by two people, one the King of Orvatheas, and two the acting steward of Ambervale, Neophytos de Angelos. They stand on either side of her. That is Neophytos de Angelos, and then the King of
I was about to say, I've only seen him with his helmet on, like, bro.
What? Sorry, I thought that was the king. Wait.
The king died, remember?
Okay, they had a new king.
You probably would have missed this exchange had you been in the back, but the archmages of the three cities, Ambervale, Orvatheas, and the Golden City, all approach. One member who none of you are truly familiar with, though he is a serpentine folk with a cloak that has two moving heads, goes to follow Neophytos up to the stage, but is abruptly stopped by Kristoff. Had you been in the back, you would have missed this, but you're so close. You hear, "Oh, Anguin, don't you remember? You're not an archmage anymore. You have to wait over there." And Anguin kind of like pauses, straightens himself back up, and steps backwards as if realizing the error of his mistake. The two other archmages, the one for Orvatheas and the one from Ambervale, both just kind of keep to themselves as they listen to the addressant. The Queen's voice, while soft, is easily understood, as if it echoes through the entirety of the chamber. If you're here, you are part of the few, the worthy, to continue in this great game, this golden tournament. And while we have some news and some surprises, I will yield some of my time to my fellow allies so that they may speak of gifts and luxuries. And she takes a step back, and Neophytos steps up. I am Neophytos de Angelos. Until recently, I had been but a soldier, a hero, fighting alongside many others just like you, for my city, for my country. Ambervale's bloodline has been severed, and so I act now as steward of these lands. But I, Neophytos de Angelos, pledge to be everything that I can be for this world. Orvatheas has done us at New Ambervale more than justice, and more than its share that it needed to provide. And so, our artisans put together this gift, and he gestures to the statue that's like covered up behind the party, and you kind of turn around and see it. as a gesture to those that fought in Ambervale. And they pull the curtain off. And you have heard of some of these heroes, but it's a statue of like the world itself, kind of like in an Atlas pose, if you will, of none other than Lyra, bearing the weight of this crushing darkness and keeping the world safe from this utter turmoil and turbulent energy that depicts the folly of Upsilon. She doesn't stand alone, though. The chief character next to her, lending a whole arm, holding up and keeping safe the world, is none other than Orvatheas' own, Orlina. But it was not just for their deeds that the world was saved. There is 3 others that help hold this. There is Skem. Or not Skem, I apologize. There is Colbjorn. There is Ace.
He teleported
and
in.
There's Mervis. As they continue looking over the addressment, heroes like this cannot be forgotten. Heroes like this must be honored and continued to be celebrated. As if we forget to honor those that do so much for us, then our history becomes revisionary. I, Neophytos de Angelos, want to make special mention to 2 of the heroes that helped save Ambervale, in a manner of speaking, but definitely helped save this world. I present to you the only living heroes, Mervis and Ace. And they stand awkwardly,
So funny.
You can hear murmurs in the crowd about are those what? Are those the heroes? What's what? And other people just that's awesome, heck yeah. And then he goes on to say, but these are the heroes of the Fulcrum. The king of Orvatheas steps up and says, we too have made a statue that shall represent our lasting unity, depicting the restoration of Orvatheas. This statue shall be delivered to Ambervale in short order and represent a bond between our 2 nations. As we have healed, so too shall you, because tomorrow always comes. Praise be tomorrow. And they both kind of step back from their addressment, and the queen comes back in. And I have but one bit more to say on all of this unity. And that is, I shall shed my title as queen. I shall now be the Empress in Gold. And this be the trinity that holds the world together. And let's get a perception check from our party here.
Yep.
We are looking for a 13 or higher.
Perception's the only thing I got today. Perception's the only thing I got today. I was attacking.
Hey, what's the
Perception.
DC? You said 12?
13.
13?
13.
Do I have a thing?
Total.
I think, how do you know if you're proficient? I forget.
Huh?
How do you know?
points in it.
What are you talking about? It's not.
oh,
Proficiency is only.
Oh yeah,
only
you're right. You're
for,
right. You're
like,
right.
fucking
You're right.
attack,
You're right. Yeah, you're
combat
right.
skills.
So
yeah,
that is
for combat skills only.
Yeah.
I thought I could see special.
So no, Mina does not notice and Akama does not notice. But
Oh, no,
I
yeah,
got,
no.
I got
it.
20.
I have a one free perception reroll perception. It's a
Would you like
perk.
to use
That's
that?
what it is. Yes, I do.
Let's see it.
I want to see the special thing. Please. Yay!
There
And,
you go.
and you will pass.
I
In which
got-
case,
I got
you are also
20.
privy to this information. I will pepper in some extra detail for you, Thala, at the end.
Oh, shit.
As she makes this announcement, you see that both Neophytos and the King of Orvatheas kind of have a little bit of okay,
We're all
and kind of look at each other but they also don't want to there's nothing negative, so they're we're not gonna say something right now, but you definitely get you get that vibe. And then Thala, the extra bit that you see is that there is a man in this perfect gold armor, luscious hair, speaking to Kristoff, the Archmage, and he hands him a note, and he reads the note, and then pockets it and gives him a gesture I'll let her know. As all of this is happening, though, the crowd itself erupts into massive applause, over this new unity, this new triumvirate that is gonna watch over the world, this power that can be respected and wielded for good. And as the audience is applauding and applauding and applauding, she gestures for the crowd to settle down, and she then goes, "And while I have to take my leave, Rivadon himself blesses this gala. So, feel protected. Those that would act in hostility shall be met with it in kind, because he is not a deity to mess with." And then she shuffles out of the gala, and the dome, you see that same kind of glimmering light as she is leaving the gala, and you hear and a person steps past your table and pulls down a hood, and he's a handsome individual with this lavender purple adornments. Well, I do have to say that was rather stirring.
Ian.
But I do think the idea of this triumvirate is a bit presumptuous. I feel like you might be being a touch greedy, my cool
Told you.
empress.
I said that shit.
And she looks, and she's visibly annoyed, and you can tell there's a part of her that immediately goes to oh, I'm we'll just have him killed. You see a murderous thought jump across her face, and then she realizes that they waited. The protection of Rivadon now sits over the gala, and she realizes that she just has to smile and go duly noted. But you also note that any mages that were casting this through arcane means to other cities or towns or things like that are all of a sudden going what? As if suddenly all of them have been counterspelled.
Oh.
I don't like it.
The open gala has begun, so I'm afraid there are no more questions at this time. And I think we're going to have to see if you're on the invitation list anyway, as this is a private affair. And like you do see like the Morrow guards coming out, and like Orvathian guards, they're like of the Morrow court, coming out and like checking through and talking with the individual as they're kind of like non-hostily brushed to the side, and he just kind of like keeps his arms up like, do as you need, Queen. Do as you need. Oh, I apologize again. Empress of this worthy triumvirate, totally not overstepping the bounds, as he is kind of pushed off to the side.
He's like, my
As
work's
the
done here anyway.
As the excitement is, kind of settles down, let's take a look at our gala map, because having eaten, the addressments being over, I have a question for our party members, which are, to whom would you go to speak? And if you have any trouble clarifying who one of these groups are, just let me know.
Okay, well, we all know where I'm going, but I need to figure out I still need to know what's in this bag before I go over there, so.
So, you're heading to Skem, I presume, by that information, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So you're heading to Skem,
Like
and
there
you're
was
going to
anybody else.
make sure you open the bag before you get to him. Perfect. Healyth, where are you heading?
Sorry.
Probably. So here's a question for clarification. From somebody who's from Norlock. Is it recognized that D'Angelos is kind of he's the steward. He's obviously the head of the government. Yeah. Is knowledge known about Angwin as well?
Angwin, I mean, both of them are heroes of Ambervale. Yes, you would have 100% heard stories of both of these individuals.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna circle back to that, but most likely would head towards the Titan Steel Paladins.
Gotcha.
Specifically the one that we saw and talked to on their boat as they passed us.
Perfect.
Jorvin.
And then Akama.
I feel like I've seen them point out Ace before. I feel like at that trademark Stygian look, and they adorn this man as a hero of the Fulcrum. I need to talk to this man.
Gotcha. Mina is heading off in the same direction as Thala, as she is making her way over to Breakspear, and Archangel is heading the same direction as Akama, as he is heading over towards the statue, and Ace and Mervis and them. So let's start with Scala. Let's start with
the couple name.
As you're heading over towards Skem, you're opening up the bag, and inside the bag is it's a simple short note, and then there is like a little amulet. The note says, I have not met many people who captivate my vision the way you have.
Uh-oh.
This is to say... This is to say that I give you the truest version of luck, of care, of... Well, I do not know the words. I just hope that you appreciate it. And it is a simple, amulet necklace. You're not 100% sure what it's made out of, but it definitely is some form of sea glass. This is it. You're almost baffled to an extent that something that is clearly made and derived from the ocean in some way is something that you are unfamiliar with, but it's
Mhm.
like it both feels man-made and also completely organic at the same time.
Hmm.
What this item does, we will talk about a little bit later. For now, we're gonna continue onwards.
Okay. I was gonna say, if I'm going to talk to him, then I feel like I need to put it on. Just that's it.
Perfect.
Okay.
So would
Okay.
would you put it on with the symbol of Rivadon, or
Is there any other way for me to wear the symbol of Riverdon or no?
I mean, you could like strap it to a belt or something.
That's fine.
Cool. As you make it over to the Russ party, Mino walks past you and heads over to Breakspear. You stop with Skem. I see you like my gift.
I do. I love it.
Where did you get it from? What is this? What's it made of? I asked a lot of questions just now.
I would like to keep some things about myself to myself for now. I think a little mystery is good. But what I will say is, in a manner of speaking, it was made by my hands.
Like, oh, well, I don't know. I'm not usually at a loss for words, but thank you. I love it. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to say.
The only thing that is required for the amulet itself to work is that, and he like pulls open his like the collar of his shirt and reveals a near matching one. You would note that they kind of like could fit into each other. Is that you accept to be in my care. What this necklace is, this amulet does, is if you accept my care, then I would be your protector. Mechanically, real quick, if you were to accept this and activate the amulet, you have a once a game, any or all damage that you were about to receive is instead transferred to Skem, regardless of distance.
Oh my god.
I feel like this man low-key just proposed to you.
The man high-key proposed to her. That's not low-key nothing. I'm sorry.
There's no words of, it was just straight here. If you are about to die, I will die for you.
Woman, I will give my life to keep you alive. Because without you in this world, it is hopeless. Like, bro, come on now. That was a proposal.
So you're saying what?
I don't know what else to say.
Just have to accept it.
Yeah. Basically, yes.
Okay.
I have been known my whole life as Skem the Destroyer, Skem the Gladiator, Skem the Butcher.
Oh.
But something about you makes me wish to be different.
Oh.
It's a low-key red flag.
We can talk about those other names later, okay?
He'll brush that to the side.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Well,
Like, put a pin in that.
no, it's like you might be all you can be all of those other Skems to them, but for me, you can be Skem the Protector. Done.
This brings a joy to me that I have not known in this lifetime.
He just smiled without smiling. That was his way of smiling. I just need you to know.
He grabs his side of the amulet and like holds it towards yours. That all you would have to do is like fit it in to activate it. If you truly mean those words, I will pledge everything I can in your protection, so that the fairest things in this world stay true and untarnished.
Holy shit. Oh.
Do I have to like take it off to like reach it?
He has held his out respectfully enough that you could like keep yours on.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're doing it.
As they click in, water starts like billowing out in like a bubble around the two of you, and it like swirls and it changes colors as it's like shimmering like aquas and blues, sapphires, and then it starts to take on like a warmer like sea green kind of look, and then it like splashes around and like subsides, and where the two of you are standing is now like sand, and there is like shells and like things like that like adorning around the two of you.
Did we see this happen?
Let's see.
I thought they walked it out the opposite direction.
So we're gonna say because Akama, you went to the statue. Your perception check is going to be a 14. Healith, yours is going to be just a 20 because you went the opposite direction.
Yeah, I went for the opposite direction.
Please, I just want to see this.
So
I just wanna
14,
see
so
it.
14 and 20. I saw the 20 for a second.
I know. It passed us by, and I was like,
yeah.
No,
I got
neither one of you saw this, but Mina definitely did.
I was just about to be like, if I saw it, I was just gonna be like, dang, did she just get married?
I think I did. I think I did.
that sounded and looked like a marriage proposal. I know that
Holy shit.
Healith didn't see nothing, but that was.
And then they put the tips
I don't know,
together.
I know, right? Just the two.
With that, you would note that the two amulets no longer have the parts to like fit together like that, but like the parts that were jagged and ornate have like shifted in and like are now like completed pieces of jewelry, though they still mirror each other.
Huh.
And I mean this oath. If ever you need to use that, do not hesitate, even if you do not know my state. I will bear it.
I will say I hope it never comes to that because I don't want you to get hurt, but I will remember that.
I hope this as well. However, my whole party is in this competition because of the ones they have lost that they did not want to. And so I hope that this stops that from ever needing to be a quest to take.
What are you in the competition for?
I am here because I see friends in pain, and I will lend my hand to undo titles earned when I was in my youth. And let's check in with Healith. As you head over... As you head over
I have to go
to
after. She just got married in a very
Jordan and the Titan Steel Paladins.
You said his name was Jordan?
Jordan. I did the same thing. I thought it was Jordan. Yeah. It's a V.
Man.
I thought it was Jorgen.
We're all wrong.
As you head over to that group, like they're conversing with each other, and then as like someone approaches their group, the whole group kind of like goes and like looks at you.
Victory comes at a cost. Choose that which you are willing to lose. It is a phrase you have said to me. It is also a phrase that my mentor told me. An elf named Ithos.
Jorvin gets like uncomfortably close to you.
Oh shit.
And then spits in your face.
Oh shit.
Clearly what you're willing to lose is yourself. Walking over here in those robes. If we were not bound by Rivadon right now, I would have your head on a plate.
Then you would be the one on the ground. I will use that nat 20 intimidation right there.
Oh god.
All right, hold on. Let me just make sure I note.
You say you spit on me, I'll instantly flip the switch
drama.
on you. Crash out. Crash out right now.
And so that's a nat 20 for that. So he has to beat a 20. He does have a +2 for this in general, but he has to beat a 20 total.
But damn.
Oh, he ties it. He doesn't beat it. So it does still mean it has to, like, he visibly like you see him go from like we're talking to like to go like hold on, like he like instinctively like reaches for like fighting gear, like you put him into full on like threat assessment mode, like he's no longer in verbal spats, and he steps back and he kind of like is shook, and then he like calms himself and he's like,
Ithos was my mentor. It was clear to me that might have meant something to you. And I did not know where he came from. I learned from him, and I was there when he fell. If you're going to stand here and say I didn't do enough, I would remind you that you weren't there.
I don't care where you were, but I can tell you, if he could see you right now, he would be the one bringing your head onto a plate, wearing the robes of the Phoenix Court.
He's not here.
No.
And I'm doing everything I can to get him back.
But he's here. And he, like, pulls down his shirt a little bit, and he's wearing a, like, a symbol of Ithos. And he lets his shirt go. I am far more his student than perhaps you ever were. If lessons that he taught were so easily forgotten and abandoned for the thrill of a few threads. And again, he like looks at your Phoenix Court dressings.
Bang, bang.
We will see.
I really hope our paths cross in this tournament.
Oh.
Following Titan Steel tenets to remove evil will be easy to follow with you. And with that one you call friend. And he gestures over your shoulder vaguely in the direction of Akama.
See, look, he put the evil on you too. Nah, it's not just me getting accused of being evil; it's you.
But sorry, you lead in.
Oh yeah, I know I don't hear shit, but do I see him getting roasted up?
No.
I'm gonna say it's mostly.
Sorry, Healith, you leaned in. You said
ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves.
Remember that. You too. And he turns back to the Titansteel Paladins.
I
Out here
turn
making
away from the
enemies and
Titansteel
shit.
Paladins. Walk away.
Over to Akama. You got two big ones to follow. As
I'm
you
just trying to have a
like
good time.
as you're approaching, like you're heading over towards Ace, you see that he's in a heated conversation with a like draconic-y looking person with like a robe that seems to be just flowing blood onto the ground, but the blood seems to go no further than the pool immediately at his feet.
Look, this man is such a
And it's like it's becoming a more and more heated conversation. Would you just kind of stroll up to the conversation?
Like, hey.
I guess I want to be in a respectful distance, but I am curious as to what they're talking about. So I want to try to eavesdrop on them.
All right. So in which case, I'm going to let you choose the number to beat. The number to beat can be 10, 8, 6, or 4. Each one of these represent you getting more obviously close to them. 10, 8, 6, or 4.
Let me do... Oh, fuck. Let me do the 8, I guess.
Do the 8.
Put myself at
Perfect.
risk.
All right. So we're going to do a... let's see here. We're going to call this a Perception 8.
I'm trying to perpetrate, like... I'm just waiting... Which is what really was happening. I'm just waiting till I can talk to him, but I am actively listening.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So you're like trying to listen in, but without being obvious, you cannot hear their conversation. What do you do?
I'm moving a little closer.
So this is the part of the conversation that you hear, and then they'll reference you here in a second. Ace is the one speaking, and he's like, Cam, look, you're not... Cam, you're just not who...
Uh-oh.
You're just not the captain anymore.
Damn, look at him.
I'm the captain now.
When I try to think of everything that you did, Cam, you left us. And he points to the statue, and he points to Skem.
Yes,
Cam,
the fuck he did.
Cam, everything I heard about you was that you were the hero of the Fulcrum, and then the Fulcrum came and you left. And Epsilon is standing there. You're vaguely familiar with Epsilon, like without. You're vaguely familiar with the story of Epsilon, but you're not like you wouldn't be like, oh yeah, that's Epsilon. You know what I mean? He's like, you have to understand. I felt my mother's call. Mervena needed me. If I didn't act, she could have perished. Cam, he perished. I would have perished. Cam. Damien perished. Darian. I don't even know where the others are, Cam. I can't find Lambda. I can't find the others. And he, at that point, he kind of looks over and he sees you, and he's like, "Oh, hi, Akama. How can I help you?" Epsilon looks over and kind of, there's like a part of him that's like, why is someone interrupting my conversation? And also someone who, like, part of it, you can tell he's kind of like, well, I'm not getting yelled at now, so welcome to the conversation, I guess.
Yeah, sorry, I've never been anywhere like this before, and I just thought maybe it'd be more comfortable with, someone else that's like me. And he's looking at Ace when he says that. I was like, I heard they call you Hero.
Yeah. At least one of us here is. And he's like staring daggers at Epsilon.
Get him.
And he turns and he goes, Hakama, I'd be happy to talk to you. I'll be over with Russ and the others, but I'm not standing here anymore. And he starts to walk away and he stops and he turns and he goes, oh, and be careful. Epsilon has the ability to bend certain Stygians to his will. Who knows if anything's really loyalty with him.
Damn.
And besides,
Get him.
you'd probably just be a tool anyway.
Get him.
And he turns and heads over to the Rust group. Would you stay and talk with Epsilon, or would you head over to Ace?
Well, now that he's gone, and I literally heard this man talk about Ravenna, I gotta ask this man about this shit. It's like, I heard you mention something about Marvina. Sorry, I didn't mean to listen. I was waiting to talk to Ace, but I wanted to be able to, there's a lot of people around. I wanted to be ready to come over to talk to him when we're done talking, but...
What question do you have of my mother?
Well, I'm not sure. Have you ever heard of Veloma before?
I don't believe so, no.
Well,
It's like, oh.
I don't know how far it is from here, but it's where I come from. It's my homeland, and when the Fulcrum came, everything got messed up for us. All of our magic started going haywire, and I think, or it's because of what happened with Ravenna. So I was just wondering, do you know where she is?
Hold on. And he like turns his attention to the sky, and his eyes go like a bleach white color, and it starts like he starts like tearing up, but it's like it almost more looks like milk is running down his face than like tears from his bleached white eyes. And then he like it disappears and he snaps back to it.
See.
Oh, Veloma, yes. Ravenna had heard of that. As far as where Mervana is, she now presides in a new pantheonic spot. That's in part why I'm here. I'm trying to make sure that her religion carries on as a prominent source of power here in Orvatheas and Ambervale.
Oh, well that's great, because I think we need that kind of prominent religious power back home.
Vindication and exoneration is her new path. So yes, if the denizens of Veloma have become wayward, perhaps, and his words get interrupted as the queen, flanked by the king of Orvatheas and Neophytos D'Angelos, come back to the podium. And as they get up there, also, like, they get up to the podium as you see the Phoenix Court, like, fly in and then land near, like, the center statue. Helen, of course, waves at Helith as he is walking away from the Titansteel Paladin. And the queen comes up. We're getting about ready for the exhibition of tonight's event to happen. But there is grim news. In talks with Neophytos, and our great king here of Orvatheas, we've decided that our three kingdoms shall ban the religion of Marvena.
Well,
We understand that this precedent is the first non-dark or evil god to be banned within prominent cities, but we feel that it is right for our people, for our lands, and for the world that this pursuit of ill-forgotten malice is abandoned and not cherished. Christoph will have the exhibition rules soon, but I wanted to make this addressment in person. And she heads off the stage again.
Although, that really makes me wonder.
And Epsilon just stands there like,
Well, fuck.
well, it seems I've failed.
Again.
Best of luck to you, Akama.
Wait, no.
And he, like just becomes a spiral of blood and then just disappears.
See, it's shit like that. That's why.
He's in a bad way.
The fuck?
Oh.
I wonder why.
As the party kind of regroups with each other, the Christoph takes to the center podium. Hello, and I have a wonderful bit of expositionary bouts to take place, as it's important for us to determine the pecking order of the teams that we have here as we enter the Orvathian leg of our challenges. So, each one of our teams shall put forth a member to do combat. If you win your bout, you shall receive information untold as for the whereabouts and necessities of the upcoming challenges. But if you lose, you will simply have to wallow and figure it out for yourself. Please talk amongst yourselves and decide who will partake in this glorious challenge.
On that note, can I safely say I'm back to full health at this point?
Yes, you are 100% back to full health. I mean, this is Mina speaks up. This isn't a hard decision, is it? I mean, you won our last time of single combat, Thala.
That I
Fair
did.
point.
Yep.
so me again?
Do we know who we're paired against?
No.
No.
Yeah, who's got the most versatile skill set? Because I definitely am better at range. I definitely don't want to be close to them.
Most versatile? Probably technically Mina, but because she's got the earth and she's got the sound. But I feel like Adam don't like to try to do that when they're not here, which is fair.
Yeah. Nah, let's make Archangel do it.
For
That
what it's
motherfucker
worth,
was
these
shooting that damn fucking whatchamacallit.
For what it's worth, both of these are valid options. You 100% can choose either one of these, but between the three of you, who is taking the challenge?
Well,
Or you are the three choices that you get to, or not phrase. You three make the choice. Archangel and Mina both can be the ones that are the champion for the group, if all three of you agree, or majority agrees.
We just said what was the most versatile, and those were the answers, which made sense. But
you fought Mina, right? Also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the
was it?
finals?
No, was it? I guess I.
No,
Beat me,
I fought them too.
Healith
Oh,
beat
okay.
Mina.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely gotta go. We can't afford to lose
Okay.
this right now.
Okay. All right. It can be me. It can
Listen,
be me.
and listen, it's a. I'm bringing it back now. It's a good thing that you're in your regular clothes now, because you're gonna be at an advantage during these stiff-ass gala clothes.
Walk away.
Look at him; he can't even move. I'm
Walk
just pointing at a
away.
random other team. He can't even move.
And they're gonna come back.
I can
after
barely
they've
move.
they're gonna come back. Yeah. So after they've changed out of their gala clothes.
I can't pull my bow back in this.
All right, so
Yeah.
it is
Well, I'll
solid
close
being
right off of them.
decided.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So
Look at me, naked on the dance floor, looking.
yes, well, everyone seems to have picked their champions for this challenge. And let's see who the fates decide. And like a bunch of pairings are happening, and you know, they're constantly going like speaking about like who gets what, like, oh, what a good storyline that one is. Two budding nations from the same side of the world deciding who represents their culture to the finest, and different like hyping ups as they go. And then for the ragtag group of no-named individuals just scraping by, they're going to be versing. Oh, look at this. The Golden City's own champion.
Oh my god.
And you would note, though, that when they show the Golden City team, you're like, wait a minute, hold on. None of those were the names of the Golden City members from like the original launch. And you know that you can sub out like players and things like that, like participants, but you're like, man, all 5 of those are different names. And then one of the names catches your eyes, as you had heard mention of him, but it's Velm.
Oh, look at that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Golden Boy himself.
Mm-hmm.
Goldicius.
It seems that the Golden City is going to be able to try to get some honor back, as in the last time they've clashed with our ragtag group of absolutely nobodies, they were defeated in a race of naval precisions. So we'll have to see captain to captain, best of the best, who comes out on top. And so you're given like your armaments and things like that back, and the dueling area is similar to the one that you fought on the boat, like rough size wise. And standing across from you is none other than Velm. In his golden gleaming armor, even from the 15 feet that like separates you, you can see yourself like mirrored in his armor perfectly.
Oh, of course. Oh. Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I'm afraid I do not know your name.
Well, I don't know your name either, so I guess.
No. I am Velm. And he gives a deep bow. And you are?
Thala.
Oh, that name sounds native to the Nerdari fish people near the Golden City. Oh, well, they used to be there, weren't they?
Used to be there. Used to be there. I don't like the way that sounded. Like he got rid of them.
He pulls up his sword to his face and then flicks it out to the side. One of the things that you notice is as he like each time he flicks his wrist, it's like you see 3 and 4 of his blades like dancing in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you count us in.
I feel like watching this on the sideline, I just lean over to Heath like, yeah, I'd have gotten cooked right here. You'd have chopped me up.
I'm over here like, what? I'm sorry. I'm over here like, what am I counting, guys? No.
On guard when you are ready.
Ugh. I don't like the way he sounds. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I'm over here like, does that mean Lucius attacking first?
For this combat, we are skipping initiative as Veln has opted to have you take the first action. So you are just considered having higher initiative than Veln.
Mm-hmm. I could see that he's in armor, but I'm over here like I have nothing pertaining to what this shit, like the details of this bullshit. Ugh. Because my first thought, you're like him over here and this like flick of the wrist. I'm like, I don't know if there's any way I can actually like
Hit said wrist. How well protected is he?
So he is in shoulder to toe, gleaming plate mail.
And I'm like,
so you have the first attack. What you got?
oh god. Well, all I can do is shoot. And look, all I can do is what I can do. And he's gonna catch, I guess, one of these like water Rasengan bombs at this point. But since I don't really know what's here and what's not, we're gonna have to aim high.
Let's see it.
Because it's not covered. No. What is going on?
I stop hating on you.
You like he just stands there as you like whip up your attack and fire it at him. He just stands there. In fact, he opens up his guard and you watch it hit his armor and then just dissipate completely.
Mm-hmm.
From your perspective, you will need a nat 20 for this perception. For Healith and Akama, or for the rest of the party, I should say you need a 10 to notice.
Please.
So 10 for everyone else, 20 for Thala.
Stop bumping my dice.
Any other time, perceptions.
I rolled a 1!
Except for today. Except for this one.
Yo, bump my shit.
All right,
That's
so everyone but Akama and Thala. So Healith, you're watching and you see the water attack hit, and it almost at a glance, you're like not 100% sure, but it almost looked like her own attack jumped from his armor and they impacted on each other. I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand? Was that not the start of it? No, please, go again. He yields his turn.
Oh, bitch ass. See.
So it is your turn. What would you try?
Well,
I apologize for interrupting. Can you say the words again?
I said it almost looked like her attack was approaching his armor, and it like you're like, did my eyes deceive me? Like you see her attack in his armor, it's so polished and so reflective, but it almost looked like her own attack leapt from his armor and impacted on her attack, like it blocked itself.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry, the word phrase there confused me for a second. I was like...
Like the image of it on the armor jumps out and blocks it.
So Thala, come on. There's a bunch of people watching.
Whatever. We're doing it again. But like I said, we are aiming high. From what I saw, there's nothing covering his face.
Perfect.
No.
As you...
No.
Oh, we re-rolling?
I get at least one free force action. Can I use it for that to re-roll? Is that how that works?
No. So that you'd have
Wait,
to
no,
use
not a force action. Hold up.
your
Slow.
proficiency.
It is a force action. Okay.
Okay, so I'll resolve this one first, but yes, you can force.
I want to
action that.
re-roll.
Oh, you want to use
So
your
what?
proficiency? You want to use your proficiency to reroll?
Because that's what you use it for. It's not.
So
the other one is
no,
literally
so-
a forced action. This is a reroll.
The proficiency is not a forced action, correct?
Yeah. I'm
Perfect.
gonna try because this is bullshit.
Let's see
at
it.
this point. This is killing me.
This is
I
bullshit.
don't like any of this. This is
No,
bullshit.
we are using proficiency. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, oh,
I mean, that was
better.
shit. At least that was better. God damn.
You
Shit.
as it's like approaching him, you can definitely tell like he goes from like open stance to like as he has to exert himself. You see his left gauntlet flash purple, and then there are 3 gems on the back of his hand. One of them isn't glowing anymore, but your spell gets counterspelled in the air. Oh, I haven't had to use that in a while. Would you like to force an action?
Sure. I'm like,
Let's
at this
see
I'm
the-
over here like,
Let's see the attack roll.
look at that. Back to the bullshit.
And again, this time, Healith, you know what you're kind of looking for. You definitely see, like, as the attack is like coming towards, like his, coming towards him, right at the last second, a copy of the attack jumps out and takes the impact instead of him. Well, I believe it's my turn now. And he roll a perception check. 18 is the number to beat for Thala.
Oh, at least I beat that.
Hey,
Shit.
as he like starts to step, you realize you're like, as you're watching him run at you, you just something hits your like attention. You're like, wait, that's not him anymore. And so you start to glance around, and you will no longer be caught off guard as you like turn and you see him like swiping down from you from your right. Healith, Akama, from your position here, you watch as like there's a version of him that runs towards Thala, and then a version that just splits off like to the left. But you're just, for a second, you're just watching like 2 of them run, but it's at like a very like heightened speed. Like he closes this distance in a matter of like 1 second. So let's roll his attack roll on the wonderful D30.
Of course.
All right,
8.
that is a crit with his crit bonuses. And would you like? Let's roll your armor defense.
His crit bonuses comes all the way down from
I have
30.
a question. Yeah,
What's up?
his crit hit from all the way down from 30 to 18.
As far as your characters are aware, yes.
God.
Wouldn't you
Okay,
love to see the
noted.
stuff he has? No, but you watch as like the strike that he like had, even with you noticing it, like he could have easily brought it like into your neck, etc. But he like pulls the strike and rests it like on like your neck. But you also note that somehow, like somewhere in this motion, he like wedged his blade up, so it's not only on your neck, it's under your scales, touching like your actual flesh. Safe to say you yield.
I feel like this is a setup.
I'm like, the fuck?
Healith, I really would have been beat up by now.
But so again, he's holding the blade. Is it a yield?
Healith,
Do I need to draw blood?
I don't think your spear would have done anything either.
I'm over here like, I really don't like this town.
Is that a yield?
I guess.
He pulls his blade, like respectfully, not as to not damage your scale, and then he like gives a little salute, and he's like, "Well, I have to say, this was rather enjoyable. Well, I look forward to sparring with you all some more. Oh, and also, he pulls out a little note and hands it to you. Have a great rest of your tournament, especially now that you don't have the information. You're going to have to figure everything out yourself." And he sheaths his blade and walks off.
I want to like trip him. I swear, it's how I feel. But, ugh.
Do you open the note?
I mean, probably not sitting there on the floor, but I'm gonna walk away and open said note.
As I assume you're walking towards the party.
Yeah.
As you're walking towards the party, and you open the note. It's like thanks for the sparring match. It was fun to see some of the things that you can do. And by the way, the previous Golden City team sends its regards. Only it's like signed, like with like their like signatures are there, and then next to their signature is like just chunks of flesh.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, so when they lost,
Indiscernible
they really,
chunks?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't really, you'd just be like, that's a chunk of flesh there.
That's some human meat. All right, I know it anywhere I see it.
All right.
Why do I feel
Okay.
like Jin would
So
still get
I'm
confused and buy it from him
I'm
too?
pretty sure that no matter who decided to do that, we would have lost. There was no winning that. I don't think.
I think they're mad at us.
Mina-
That was kind of.
sorry. Go ahead.
I think they're
No.
mad at us for beating them before. I think because that was crazy.
Well, if assuming that the Golden City, that their group is kind of representing the queen, she probably didn't like that, and now there's a new team, brand new team, and the other team is don't like the
Clearly
term fish
missing
food,
pieces.
but it's what it is. They're gone.
I think we got to get a lot more stuff, guys. Gotta get better gear.
I just want to get out of here.
As the gala kind of winds down, and you get that feeling where you're like, all right, we're at the point where like we can leave and it not be like an issue. As the party's kind of on its way out, there's a couple of things that as the crowd thins, you all notice. One, off in the far corner, the opposite of the entrance, you see Brelix in a conversation with a hooded individual. Though it's not lost on you that it's the same hood as the gentleman who interrupted the earlier proceedings.
Of course it is.
Standing next to Brelix in chains, as the chains are handed over to him, are 4 new bards.
Wait, the hooded man brought 4 bards to Brelix.
4 new bards for Brelix, so that way Brelix can
Yep.
restrap him to his ship
Yep.
and have 4 brand new bards to be able to sing his praises and his
Yep.
theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
As the party continues their exit, none other than Okram Lafour stops over, like just like a passing glance, and goes, "Oh, Epsilon. Oh, God, sorry. Oh, oh, Akama. We're gonna have to speak soon. I have some things I think you'll find rather interesting." I'm gonna, let's say, party wise, perception 8+, real quick, for the party.
I'm just like, okay, extremely trustworthy man. I'm mad mine got thrown in there like an afterthought, and then I get that too. Look at you, your dice! This is why we couldn't win that fight! Your dice don't strike!
We weren't going to win that fight regardless. Everything was
dead
reflecting off of that motherfucker.
So only Healith, you notice this. Mina is welling up to say something, and it's very clearly going to be hostile.
Healith is still pissed about the confrontation with the Titan Steel Paladins. So he's a little bit about chaos at the moment. He's a little pissed. He's a little mad. And if Mina has something to say, he's going to let her say what she wants to say.
Mina looks over, and at first, her voice is in her treekin, like, vernacular, and so it just comes out in this, like,
No one knows
in
what
this,
she's
like,
saying.
deep boom, and the only person who seems to understand her is Okram, as he's, like taken aback, but it looks, like, inquisitive, and then she goes, like, I bring a message of magma in your throat. Breakspear says he'll find you. And he'll end you. And you
She's
too.
over there.
And she looks over his shoulder to the woman that he is with. And Okram is like, oh heavens, I haven't been yelled at in Intish and, well, I can't even remember. Delightful. Well, you let the small Drachlin boy know there's no hard feelings, and he's always welcome back into the Thespians. And perhaps we might even have use for you. Entkin. Treekin. And he, like, turns, and he looks back and goes, we do still need to talk, Kama, when you have the time. And perhaps better company.
Oh.
Kama looking like exactly like that, just like, what? Why did this just happen? Why are you yelling at him?
As again, you're kind of like, you begin shuffling out as the party exits, like the dome of Rivadon, and you begin, like, walking down the streets and whatnot. Again, you know, you kind of have, like, the crowds of people who are just like, oh my goodness, look, heroes, oh my god, blah blah blah. But there is a small, quasi cultish looking group that they're like jeering a lot of the people, and then your party starts to walk by, and they like look at especially Healith, and they're like, yeah, there we go.
Oh no.
Yeah, woo!
Not my boy.
Healith is just... He's mad, he's frustrated, and he doesn't know exactly how to... he doesn't have the emotional wherewithal to know how to actually verbalize his anger, so he's just walking. Just
there's a
determined...
This one older gentleman, I mean, he's like, you'd guess nearing the end of his days. Whatever's spurring him on in this moment is beyond you, but he is tripping over himself trying to like catch up with your walking pace, but he keeps trying to like lift his hand to hand you something.
Hey,
do I see him like
100? He's like unmissable. Just this like frail old.
He's that old. Yeah. He can't be missed. Healith stops and turns because he knows how to treat his elders with respect. But he stops and turns because he's just a little like pent up at the moment, and he's just like takes whatever it is that the old man's trying to like stops for the old man.
He like gives it to you in kind of like a pleading, like take this, like, and he like cups your hand around it, and he's like,
Thank you. He waits. Healith will wait for somebody who clearly this old man did not come alone with this unsteady of a pace. He waits till whoever's with the old man to arrive to be able to make certain the old man will be taken care of and is okay.
Nah. He walking
no
by
one
himself.
save for the guards come for him, and the guards just come to like move him off of the roadway that the heroes are on.
Damn.
Standing there, I open the note that the old man gave me. Clearly, this was important to him.
It is just a small, like tiny little envelope, and as you open it, all it is just a braided little ring.
I put it back into the envelope and I just continue walking. I'm not going to look at it now in the city street.
Is that a thumbs up?
Yeah, he's
can't tell.
sorry, I'm sorry.
I was like, your
like-
hands
he's
like over.
he's like reaching like for you in like a praise kind
It's
of
a
way.
thumbs up. Really, it's just an old Gabriel in disguise giving you a thumbs up.
Who the hell even is that?
As the party continues their journey back, you go back through the golden shimmering for the Rivadon protection over the neutral area. You head to your room, or you head back to your place, where there is just a note on the door that says "Enjoy the view," and then it's signed Velm. As
Been
you
to our house.
as
I
you
already don't
enter
like this.
as you enter your domicile, there's nothing to see inside until you realize that out like your main bay window over the docks, it is a touch more warm. And
Oh,
as
no.
you go and you look, it is you see the Golden City ship, not yours, but the one that you battled, burning. And from here, from this distance, where you can do nothing, you see that aboard the ship are the 5 team members of the Golden City, each of them still alive, as the ship burns, breaks, and sinks.
Gotcha.
That's how they treat failure.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Honestly, isn't that what I thought? And I'm strangely, I'm relieved. Not what I thought was going to happen. Go ahead.
You know, everyone makes it sound like it's a bad thing to be a free agent, but I'm starting to feel like you're better off than these other guys do.
But on
At that
that
comment, Oh.
No.
on
Good.
that comment, Healith goes into his room, immediately takes off the Phoenix Court garb, puts on his normal armor, grabs the new halberd, and goes. And he's looking for a training ground. He is.
As the one thing you would note, you put your armor back on, you grab your spear, you turn around, and the Phoenix Court robe has folded itself.
Not even paying attention to that. I grab the new halberd that I bought, and I just go to the training ground.
Yeah. If this
Storm.
man's storming out, I'm coming with him.
As he storms out, and Akama's like, "Oh, okay." We are going to call it there for our session today. Now, this has been a fantastic session. A couple things I do want to touch on is there are still magic items that all of you are going to be getting from the last session. We wanted to do those rolls with the whole party, and so that way we can go over that system in with the whole group here rather than doing it twice in a row, basically. So we are going to be doing that, resolving that in our next session. But yeah, it was an absolute blast. We saw some successes, we saw some failures, we saw some, some upset anger, and we got some genuine reactions. And look, we basically had our show's first wedding. So we had a whole lot of fun here. So whether you joined us live or you are watching after we have already posted the session up, we thank you so much for being a part of this, and we look forward to bringing you the next episode. But until then, you have a wonderful time, day or night, doesn't matter. We love you anyway. For now, bye-bye.
Bye.
I gotta wave twice for Mina Graves. I don't know why humans wave. This is how I wave. I can't wave.
Fucking his brain up.
We get